Last movie I did, would it take us 20 minutes? I don't mean that one.
Yeah, you do.
No, that one was like 3.5 days. That was 3.5 days. That was 3.5 days of reality too, because it was a full thing.
No.
I had a full production.
Nah.
Shout out to all my people in Cabo that did Grip. Man, it's all a blur.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharpe. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. The guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today is a recognized name in Hollywood, a multi-talented and celebrated artist, a well-known actor and entrepreneur, a prominent singer, songwriter, rapper, a contemporary Renaissance man, a producer, an icon, reality TV pioneer, an author, a mogul, a marketeer focused on entrepreneur, a bona fide hustler, Ray J.
Hey, brother.
How was that intro?
I was beautiful. I mean, shit, I'm blushing.
You are, bro.
I'm blushing, man.
Hey, bro, I appreciate you stopping by. I understand that you're very busy. You got a lot going on.
I mean, you have a lot going on.
I do.
So to take your time with me, I'm humbled and thank you for having me.
I appreciate that.
You know, this is a very grown setting.
Yeah.
And we want to talk about grown things.
We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Okay.
We can take it anywhere that you want to take it.
Wherever you want to take it, I'm just happy to be here.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. You want to toast?
For sure. Toast. To you.
To you.
To Club Shay Shay.
All the success, bro. Appreciate you.
Club Shay Shay with Ray J.
Okay. Check. You're originally from Mississippi, correct?
Yeah, I'm born in Mississippi.
Born in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Do you have any memory of Mississippi? How old were you when you relocated to Cali?
I was 2 when we moved to California, and Brandy was 4. And we moved to Compton when we first got here. And then we ended up finding a crib in Carson, which is 5 minutes from Compton. Mm-hmm. And that's where we grew up since I was a little bitty kid.
Right. So you guys didn't necessarily move. Is there a particular reason why you left Mississippi and came? Because it wasn't because, Brandy, obviously your sister Brandy is an entertainer. You're an entertainer. It wasn't because of that. Your family just decided that they needed to leave Mississippi. Yeah,
my mom and dad came out here, and my mom, before we even got into the industry, my dad was minister of music at Southside Church of Christ. Right. So, choir rehearsals, church every Sunday. We had to go to church like we had to go to school. If I didn't want to go to church, I had to be either sick or I couldn't play outside, you know what I'm saying, right, after church was over. Right. But, and my mom managed 26 to 28 H&R Block offices.
Okay,
so
wow.
She was a district manager for H&R Block. So that's where we were, that's what was our main focus until we started to shift into the entertainment business.
Right. So your father went to attended Jackson State. Your mom is a graduate of Southern University.
So she's an AKA.
Okay.
Yeah, and my dad's a Q. So they was always going. They still do.
So how did you once you got out here? So once you relocated, that's when you and Brandy started getting into the entertainment industry.
Yeah, we started going on auditions and stuff. We did this one show called Small Talk. It was a show where they interviewed the young talent. Mm-hmm. And I got the role for that, and they wasn't able to air it because I didn't have an agent, and that's what got us hipped on to the agencies.
Oh, okay.
And then we just started to go on. My dad, shout out to my dad, because, every day we had an audition, he would come pick us up from school early and drive us all the way from Carson to Hollywood, at 3:00 in the traffic to get us to the audition. Yeah, I mean, a lot, maybe 4 or 5 times a week. So shout out to my dad. While my mom was working at H&R Block, my dad would take some time and just get us right and make sure, he was helping us do what we love to do.
When were you and your sister Brandy hit the bug, bit you this is what we want to do?
When did it hit us? Mm-hmm. When we wanted to do the entertainment business. I think we were like, I have these like memories of us like practicing in the house in Carson and doing acting classes, and my grandma was in there, and we were on the bus and in the train with these chairs, and we was just doing a lot of stuff.
Right.
I think we got the bug when we started to get the auditions.
Okay.
Like, we started to land the roles, because, you know, when you going on auditions, man, it's tough because you get a lot of no's. More no's than yes. Yeah. But I was able to land the Sinbad show. Brandy was on Thea, and it was happening at the same time, right? So a lot of magical things was happening in the acting, and then Brandy dropped the album, and then everything went all the way up.
So you hear these stories like, okay, Joe Jackson, and you hear how he drove the Jackson 5. It was like rehearsal, do this, do this, do this. Yeah. Were your parents like that, or they just kind of let you and Brandy do your own thing? Like, okay, is this what you guys want to do? Okay, let's do it. Or was he relentless in his approach?
I think my dad, I hated going to choir rehearsal. I really did. I just wanted to play with the homies. Like, right. I really wanted to just hang out. But my dad pushed us a lot, and Brandy loved it.
Okay.
She loved singing. She loved getting on the bus at like 5:30 in the morning and going to Bancroft Junior High School, which is in Hollywood, and then Hollywood High School after that. And they got her face painted on the side of Hollywood High just from how hard she put in that work. So, her success, I think it was deserved because she was going so hard at it. Me, I just kind of fell in to that kind of like, that kind of level of success with Brandy, and I just loved being her brother. Like, I was Brandy's brother, and I was out having the best time of my life.
Right.
Like, that was some of the best moments. Just no responsibility, just flying high. My sister let me perform on stage, so you know, all the young girls after the show. You know what I mean? I just wanted to just, you know what I mean? I just wanted to get in where I fit in.
Right.
And I fit into a lot of places.
Right.
I really fit in. Yeah.
So was there any added pressure because Brandy is your sister? She's starting to enjoy a level of success. So were the expectations placed on you, maybe by you or by your parents? Like, okay, you see what your big sister's doing. What are you going to do, Ray J?
I didn't look at it like that then. I didn't know really. I was just surprised that, you know, we were on like this. And, any chance I got to be there, I was there. I was getting in a lot of trouble in Carson, though, just by choice, you know what I mean? Just rebelling and just finding my own way. Because in the beginning, my sister's image and everything was like super clean.
Yeah,
my mom was very strict on that. Just growing up, and the message that, you know, they wanted to put out there. So I was the opposite. So I just, you know what I'm saying, I just didn't want to do nothing that wasn't me. So I was like, if it take me a little bit longer to like do what I want to do, then I'd rather wait than like being like a boy band or like do something that'll just like have me successful in the beginning of my career, but then that's not who I really am. So later on, it
starts to fade.
You get lost in the sauce.
Right.
And so I really didn't want to be in the industry at first until it was just kind of like my turn. As you know, the older you get, the more you start to figure out what do you want to do. And so I just started to kind of craft it out myself and figure out how to market and how to like take the risk myself and do what we wanted as opposed to what they wanted me to do.
You mentioned that you got in some trouble as Brandy started to blow up. Yeah. Did you understand about protecting the brand, that would be a negative on her, even though it's not her, but you're her brother, y'all very close in age? Did you understand what that meant at the time about protecting the brand? And your mom tried to you say your mom was like, Ray J, bro, you.
Yeah.
Or you just want to do your own thing?
Yeah, I really was into like the gang at the time, you know what I'm saying? And just really trying to stay loyal to like my crew, my gang, and Centerview. And it was a time where it was a lot going on, and certain people was getting locked up, and certain people had passed away and getting shot, and it was just getting a little too dangerous, I think, for for me to stick around at the time, because I was in my mind, which was stupid, but I was like really trying to activate myself in that world. And I just told my mom and Brand, like, if there was any way I could come out on tour and just kind of get away from all of this, you know what I'm saying? It'd help me. It'd probably save my life. So they let me live, let me come out and be on tour with Brandy, and wherever she went, my mom kind of kept me around, kept me safe. So I appreciate that from them. And I was still getting in trouble out there with them. I was just, but not trouble. Like, you know, I was bad, like, you know, smoking weed or like, you know, staying out too late or being drunk too early, right? And that's kind of like where it was. But they kind of shielded me and just let me be myself, but then also kind of brought me back to reality whenever I really got to the edge of things.
You mentioned that you're part of a gang. And normally, a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, guys join gangs because they want to feel a part of something, want to be a part of a family. But you got a very intact family. You got a mom and dad that's together. You got a big sister that's in the industry, and she's a name. Why would you not want to be a part of that gang as opposed to the other gang?
Well, if you're out of town most of the time, and mom's is with you, and pops is at church, and it's just me and my grandma at home, and my grandma didn't know that the bars in the back opened up, so I could open up the bars and push the window out. Then I'm gonna be outside every day, you know what I'm saying, from at least 10 a.m. to like 6 p.m., you know, just because you feel like, you know, you trying to find yourself and you trying to stay. I think the young kids sometimes want to just be cool.
Okay.
And you might be talented, knowing how to like tap dance or perform a different way, and it might push you to limits that you might not want to be that vulnerable or that vocal or that happy, right? So you limit yourself from some of the great things that you could be because you trying to stay cool, right, and stay a G or whatever. And I think for all the kids out there, man, you gotta just let that go, because a lot of the people in the gangs, they want to see you elevate, right? So most of the time, most of my homies call me movie star blood because they wanted me to really elevate and not be here. So they was the ones that even inspired me even more to like just be the best I can be, and they gonna ride and support whether I'm tap dancing, whether I'm rapping, whether I'm singing. They want you to go out and win and bring everybody out with you, right? So a lot of times you don't see that till later.
Did your mom know that you were affiliated with a gang?
Yeah, my mom, my sister, everybody did.
And so how was that conversation? Did they have a sit down talk? Did your mom and dad have a sit down talk? Did Brandy, your big sis, have a sit down talk? Would you say, Ray J, what you doing?
Absolutely. I mean, because I didn't need to, but when I don't know how to explain it, but when the gang like take over your soul almost, like you blinded, like, you know what I'm saying? It was so much like red in my eyes, I couldn't see anything but that. Right. And honestly, I never really talked about it this deep because it's hard. If you're not from LA,
you don't understand it.
It's outrageous what I'm saying right now. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty loud. You know what I mean? And so there's certain things that, you know, I keep to myself most of the time because it's just not believable in this day and time. And so I try to, whenever there is something to talk about, I talk about it. But what I'm doing for the gangs right now, it's a new C3 and C4 companies that we're creating, but it's called Gang Up, and it's God's Angels Never Give Up, right? So it's activating all the gangs to be able to be a part of this new television community in any aspect, from grip to production to directing to on front of the camera. You know, a world where they can create and be themselves and tell their story every day, make money for the gangs, and create these new opportunities in the future for a layer of like multi-layer of things, right? Without getting into detail, but that's what I am working on to express my love for the gang, but then also to show the world that the gangs are so underestimated with talent and what they do and, you know, their story and, you know, what they can bring to the table. I mean, it's just so many things that people that are part of gangs can do that's better than the people that you're paying these top dollars that went to college to do shit, right? And I want to make sure I open up these doors for them to be great and to make money just like everybody else in any space.
Everybody knows your big sister. Well, 99% of the people know that your big sister is Brandy and Monica. How did she get discovered? What was her big break? You say she went on all these auditions, and obviously she's very talented. She can sing, she can dance, she can act. But what was her big break? What was her big break moment?
Her first album, I Want to Be Down.
Okay.
And that was produced by Keith Crouch. Pharrell Williams was in control.
So how old was she then? About 16?
About 14, 15, she was working on the project.
Okay.
And then around 15, 16, it came out.
Okay.
And it was the biggest thing. I couldn't believe it. When I first heard her on the radio, I was just like...
That's my big sis?
Freaking out. Because you see people in the studio. We was in the studio working, but I didn't know it was going from that to that. So it was just, it was just a blessing, man. And it was just a crazy run from that to touring to Moesha and everything that her and my mom and my dad just had in front of them. It was very powerful. And they brought me in, let me produce commercials, let me be a part of a lot of different, business decisions and projects that they brought me in on, just even behind the scenes, just to make some money. So like I pay all my love and homage to my sister, my mom, my dad, my grandma, rest in peace, and everything that they've been doing, man. They are definitely the rock that I need to be able to do me and know that there's this safety net that I have that'll keep me safe whenever.
You're very close to your sister. I think you're a couple of years apart.
Yeah.
And you recently got a tattoo of her. What type of big sister was she?
Is she? She's just real, man. She's been a best friend, and she's understood just a lot of times when I was just going left. She understood it, you know what I'm saying? And never really got in the way until I was at the edge, you know what I mean? And you need that even today, even to this day, certain things I do or certain things I might promote or post. She never really says anything, but when she thought I had the tattoos on my face and I was just going through that whole campaign, she was very mad, and she called me and she was like, "You look dirty, you look out of bounds, you need to go home and shake it off, and I don't know what's going on." Like really strong words that I needed, you know what I mean, to kind of like splash some water in my face and get some rest and then, reboot.
She's your sister. She does the album 14, 15. Album comes out 15, 16. That is your sister. But could you see, because like when my brother was being a professional athlete, I can only see him as my brother. Although he's one of the greats, you're my brother.
Yeah.
Could you see Brandy as any other thing other than your sister? Or did you realize, like, one of the biggest stars in America lives in my house?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I was like Brandy's biggest cheerleader at the time, and for me, it was lights, camera, action. So it was just nothing but just beautifulness everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I was young, and there was just so many beautiful women and just so many beautiful moments. And it was just a beautiful garden of love and acceptance, and that's your little brother. Oh, and it's just like, and it was just, I was everywhere I wanted to be, and it was just a time, man. It's crazy how those times are, like in the past, but they feel historical, man. They feel like a moment in time. Not just for me though, just in the world. Like I feel everybody's energy with me on that. So I'm just blessed to have those moments, man.
Right.
I'm blessed to have a sister and a mom and a dad like that.
Did you and Brandy have disagreements when you were growing up? Or was you too busy auditions or rehearsals or doing things that you really didn't have? Because you're kind of doing your own thing, because you were kind of like about to go left, and your mom and Brandy and your father, you got a chance to reel you in. So you guys didn't have any sibling rivalry?
Nah, not at all. Like, I mean, what's crazy is like never, because I never wanted to work that hard. You get what I'm saying? Like, it had to be a little bit more fun.
Right.
And I think the only time we was like going back and forth in the beginning stages was when I was telling her and Rodney Jerkins, who's one of the greatest producers in the universe, I was telling him that Pharrell is one of the greatest producers in the universe, and the songs that we got is killing everything. And they was just really shitting on us at the time.
Right.
And with Rodney, it was from all of, the new Never Say Never album. It was Michael Jackson. It was everybody in the world was working with Rodney. And Pharrell hadn't had his break, him and Chad and the Neptunes. But I had some of the first records, and I just knew that Pharrell was going to be a game changer, and Chad and the Neptunes. And so we just fought, and I fought the label, and I fought everybody to drop Wait a Minute with Lil' Kim instead of this song we did with Rodney. But fast forward into later, Rodney and I, we did One Wish, LaShiz and Freddie, all of us. So we made a massive record together later. But the record I wanted and the people I wanted to be around in the beginning was Pharrell and Chad. And they thought we was tweaking because it took us 10 minutes to do the song. We was rapping about being in the club, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Being with the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Smoking weed, having a good time, West Coast, right? On a Neptune's classic beat, and they were like, "You're off. The beat is whack. This and that. Pharrell, this, right? This is then."
Right. And
the song came out, and we worked it from the ground up. Really, not a lot of money, because Atlantic wanted me to go another way, and the shit started to blow up, and Pharrell went from there to there to there. You know what I mean? And it just showed me that there's never one way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do my vocals all day for 9 hours, and that might work, or I could do it one time in the booth, and it works too. And so that gave me all the things I needed really to dominate in this world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In my own space.
When you got the tattoo of Brandy, why did you do it, and when you told her you had gotten it, or did you share with her you were going to get the tattoo, or you just did?
Which tattoo?
You got a tattoo?
The one that she got mad at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pissed.
Why? Do I need to take a Dre too? Okay.
Well, she was mad because I got Brandy on my arm too. I got Brandy a couple places, right? But I got the tattoo on my leg,
right,
from one of the biggest tattoo artists out, Mascow, right?
Okay.
And in his style, he like makes it kind of gothic with the red eyes, and like, it's a little evil. The first way he did it, he told me to keep it like that. I'm like, nah, put your signature touch on it, bro. And when he did it, it made it really like gothic. And I think the tattoo went viral the wrong way. I think that was one. I think the tattoo was not it.
Right.
For the world.
Right.
I like the tattoo. Could I think maybe he should have taken the red eyes out?
Right. But you asked him to put his touch on it.
Because that's his style. That's like saying the Basquiat, don't put your signature Basquiat on it. Or, Warhol to not do what he does. Or Picasso, or whoever other, artists people like. And so, yeah, I mean, even I think India Ari DM'd me a few people like, man, you need to pray. And I'm like, yo, I explained to her what it was, and she's like, okay. But a few people hit me mad at me about it. It seemed demonic to them.
So that's kind of what she was more upset about, is because of the portrayal, because it's gothic and it looks kind of sinister.
I think so. I think she didn't really say too much about it. She just was just a little concerned about it, you know. But she wasn't really tripping. But it went viral.
Right.
It went viral bad.
Your acting career. Did you tell your parents you wanted to do this, or it just happened? It happened by accident.
I wanted to act.
You wanted to act.
Yeah, I got the Sinbad show early. And at the time, the Sinbad show was a bigger show than Thea.
Yeah.
So I was feeling myself.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Sinbad was nice.
I was feeling myself.
Okay.
I think it was on Fox. And then Brandy dropped the album, and it went into places that I didn't think that was realistic anyway. So it all worked out, you know. I liked acting. I like acting. I don't like it now because it takes too long, but I liked it then, though.
Right. So given a choice, you would have preferred acting over music, or that?
Yeah. Well, music in the beginning was always like a hustle. After when I went independent, because my mom and my dad and my sister, they gave me $500,000 to do my new project because no label wanted to sign me, and nobody was really fucking with me at the time. And I think they gave me the money so I can continue to fulfill my dreams and my goals, but did they believe that I could make a hit after? I don't know. I never questioned it, because they gave me the money because they wanted to help me, and they wanted me to keep going.
Okay.
And so I did the album, and I gave Rodney a lot of money to do the album for me. And I gave Little X like a few $100,000 or a couple $100,000 to do the One Wish video. I got a treatment from Hype, but it was like $600,000 or $700,000. I couldn't afford the video at the time. But Little X killed the treatment, best treatment. And the song, by the grace of manifestation and just having the will to win, the song actually was probably still today my biggest record.
Wow.
And we own the record 100%. It was independently done with a distribution company called Sanctuary, which really focused on rock and roll. It's impossible to do that at the time with no DJ support. But God is good, and he worked it through, man. And the song took off. The album ended up selling 400 and some thousand at $12.99, which was another big move for us. That was a silent hitter. Really didn't boast or brag about it. And just started to build another system of marketing after that, you know.
You said they gave you $500,000 to do your thing.
Yeah.
Do you think they believed in you that it could, or they just like, well, here's $500,000. Go do what you're gonna do, and let's see if this thing worked. And then if it works, now others, or we'll come back again and donate more. Because it doesn't seem like you thought that they thought it was going to be, they just like, here's $500,000, go do what you do.
In this game of life, and you're young, you don't see what's in front of you.
Right.
You don't. And so you don't know what's going to happen. All you know is what you have. And there was this R. Kelly record I did, and they wanted me to go with that record. And I just said, dude, we're independent, and this might not work anyway, so let's go with a song that I'm singing my heart out on, that has a lot of meaning to it. Let's just take the risk with this special song.
Okay.
And we did it, and I don't know when it became a hit, because when you're out working the song, you don't really know when it's a hit, but it was a hit, and then we made some money. And then we had to restart again. Like, everything starts itself over again. No matter if you make money or not in this entertainment business, you have to keep moving to the next.
Right.
To the next.
Can't rest on your laurels. It's time to move on.
And I've never celebrated. I've never had a chance to celebrate anything.
Really?
I don't think so.
But let me ask you a question. How close proximity was you doing what you're doing on your album now, on your song, and the show Moesha? Are they close? Are they close?
No. One Wish is close, yes.
Okay.
One Wish is close because I did it after Moesha on 101, because I was also on 101, the sitcom 101 for 2 seasons. So it was around in that world, yeah. Like a little bit after.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you believe having her as your big sister helped you or hurt you more?
It helped me. It would never hurt me. If I ever said that, I don't know, to think that, I don't know, that's emotional. If I was to say that, I would cry, because that's just not okay. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they've done in Brandy, it was all supposed to be for now. It was never anything else. Again, if I could just go back to being Brandy's brother, it was just so lit. I just can't explain how lit it was then. And then to overcome that into another world, like, I got what I wanted. You know, I wanted to be the opposite. I got that. Did I get it? Was it too much of it? Maybe. You know, and I'm still trying to get right.
Because it's got to be hard. You got a sister. It's not like she's 10 years, 15 years older than you. She's only 2 years older than you. And you see her career is going boom, 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 boom. And you're right there. Because I have an older brother, and everybody's like, you ain't as good as your brother. You can't run as fast as your brother. You can't jump as high. The comparisons are going to be there. And I understand it's a young lady to a male. I get that. But you are her brother. And they expect, well, she can sing, she can dance, she can act. The expectations are placed on you, rightfully so or not.
Yeah. And it was in the beginning like that. And that's why I was so blessed to meet Pharrell and Chad and the Neptunes, because the sound that they gave me countered
what she was doing.
Not only was she doing, what one of the biggest producers in the world was doing with her, what they were saying I should do, you know, and this will never work this way, right? And then you turn around and you prove a lot of people wrong.
Okay.
The problem with that is that once you prove people wrong, you can't see anything else. You can't hear anything. You're not listening.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so God, you know, if you're being too cocky, or, you know, just you have the wrong mission, the wrong words, the wrong energy around other great people that you should be humbled to be around, right? You're going to fall on your face. There's no way around it. Right. I don't care who you are. God always gives you a reality check, or whatever higher being you believe in. It's inevitable. And so that happened a couple of times, and that's exactly what people need, like myself or anybody who doesn't understand it and who falls by the wayside early in the game with new money and trying to let people know I've told you so, right? So when you do win and people were not right and you were right, that's when you should start listening to people.
Right.
That's when you have the moment where now you're on.
Right.
So be a team player. Listen to what people say, and as high as you go, the higher you go, the more humble you should be. That's just how you have to be. If
I'm listening to you correct, you was like, I have this idea of what my sound should sound like, so I want to go here. They have an idea of what they thought your sound should be like. They wanted you to go there.
It was like a song called "Everywhere You Go, You're Singing Ray J." That's like, no disrespect, it was a cool song, but it just wasn't that thing.
Right.
I wanted to be in the club. I wanted to fuck with like some bad women and just like stay lit. Like,
right.
That's all I knew.
Right.
So I never really serenaded a woman. I never really, like, when I was in RSVP,
yeah,
Bobby Valentino, Sammy, Pleasure P. When I'm around, these are my dudes. They sing all day. A girl come around and be like, baby, right on her, right? I ain't never been like that. So to have to do that, I hated that in the beginning. Right. I needed to sing some shit that was going to be more like fitting to like what my lifestyle is.
Right.
And so,
the club.
yeah, and Pharrell gave me that record, but there was a record called Out the Ghetto that I should have did after that he told me to do. And I didn't even listen to Pharrell. And when I didn't listen to Pharrell, that's when I fell hard. Because he had my back and he knew the vision, and it was vividly perfect. But I just was I was an idiot, and I was just too into like being lit and not giving a fuck.
But Ray, you saw the vision in Pharrell when no one else did.
I know.
He does the song with you. He says, you know what? Our next project should be this.
Your next single should be this.
Yes, and you say
like
no.
Coming off of Wait a Minute, if I would have released Out the Ghetto, what? Then who would I be? Where would I be? I could be lost in the sauce and dead right now. Rich and dead. Successful and uncomfortable with like where life was, you never know. So
Ray, you overthinking it.
Nah, because I'm here now with you.
But here's the thing. Who's to say you would still be here with me if you did it in the ghetto?
You right. Out the ghetto.
Out the ghetto.
Yeah, no, you right. And so those are great depressions that I went through as I watched Pharrell succeed and Chad succeed, the Neptunes, with just every artist you could imagine, they were a part of their success. And knowing that I was with Pharrell, and I had that connection, and I fucked it up. It took me some time to get back on my feet.
Is that what happens? Is that when you have an opportunity and you think something can be successful and you miss that opportunity, is that when the depression starts? Because all of a sudden you, like I said, I think you overthink a lot of things, but you start to think like, damn, am I going to have another hit? Will this ever happen again?
I think everybody goes through those realizations if they made a mistake at some of the most important parts where the fork is in the road for how your life's going to go.
Okay.
Yeah, you go through that, and a lot of people don't get a second chance.
True.
And a lot of people don't try again. And so for me to continue to try and just continue to push, it was a tough journey, man, but it was well worth it.
Right.
It was well worth everything that's happened.
But you have your acting career is kind of simultaneous as you're doing music, because you have Steels and Mars Attack as a kid. Shaq's in the cast. You got Jack Nicholson, Jack Black, Danny DeVito. Bro, you a kid and you with big time stars. I'm talking about AA list.
Tim Burton directed.
Yes.
No, it was big. I mean, I was
directed the first Batman.
Yep, I was floating. And a lot of things I don't even remember.
Really?
It's like some people that's like gigantic, like they would tell me like we had moments and we were hanging out, and I'd be like, really? Because I've been looking at you for the past 8 years, just a fan, and I didn't know we even had moments, right? So these cycles, like I've been in it. I've been able to see like the success of the industry since like '94, and I was only like 14.
Wow.
Yeah. Am I sweating?
No, you good.
A little bit. It's getting a little hot. It's getting a little hot. It's almost change shirt time with the heat. And I know we haven't even gotten, I know what you're doing. No. Meaning like it's all love, but the way you are, the way you about to set this thing up for the next phase of my life. Like, can I take a cigarette break real quick?
Yeah,
okay, cool. Because I know what's about to going into the next phase of my life. Shit, man.
The 82-game preseason is in the books, and it's finally time for the real season. Don't miss out on any NBA playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From the play-in tournament through the finals, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with same-game parlays, live betting, odds boosts, and much more. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use code Shannon. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's the code Shannon, only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Your upbringing, you grow up, your sister's famous. She's a big time actor. She's a singer. Both parents are together. So you got money. You one of the black families that got a little money. Did your family tell you no, or were you spoiled?
I've like when you doing TV, you always got like my mom always
because she was your manager.
Yeah, so we always had trust funds and stuff. So I always had like an allowance growing up that I could spend. A couple times I was like spending it in the neighborhood. I bought like this G ride, this big ass like Cadillac. It was the big long one.
Okay.
Right? I was like 14. I was getting like, $300 a week. That's solid back in the day.
Yeah.
So I bought the G ride for like $350.
Right.
And I had it parked down the street. So I would drive it here and there, but I let the homies drive me around.
Right.
But yeah, that was one of my first purchases. Was the G ride Cadillac. It wasn't stolen. It just was like one of the homies, like aunties that didn't want it no more.
Yeah.
But my people didn't know, so I did have a car at like 14. But
your mom and dad didn't know you had a car.
I mean, that car too. It was like it was one of them big ass.
So you had like an L dog or something.
Yeah. So I drove it a couple times, but it just didn't even look right. You know what I'm saying? But nah, they didn't tell me no. There was always a limit to do stuff.
Right.
But back in the day, I always kind of went over the limit. You know what I'm saying? And they always had to bring me back to reality. Yeah.
Right. But you had a lot of famous friends growing up. How was that hanging out with famous friends?
Well, Snoop was my cousin.
Yeah.
And Daz was my cousin. So I would. If I wasn't in the neighborhood or over in the fruits with Demetrius, I was at Can-Am.
Okay.
So I used to like go down the street and Snoop and Daz would pick me up, and then I would just hide under the back of the Cherokee Jeep until I got past my pops, and then we would go to the valley.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I remember the last time I got caught out there.
Right.
And I had found some Playboy magazines at my school.
Right.
And it was like under the dirt. It was like about 50, like 1950 Playboy, 50, 51.
Yeah.
And my dad and mom caught me with them under the bed with a little bit of weed. And coming in from Can-Am, I was lit. I got caught. I got my ass beat real bad. I think that was my last whooping, but it was like with an extension cord.
Yeah.
An orange one.
You remember that one, huh?
Yeah.
If that was the last one, your mom and dad probably said, this is the last time we're going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure we put this thing on it right so he'll remember it.
When my pops was going to prepare, I was putting all the clothes on my back, trying to get it right. As soon as he started, that shit slid all the way down to the bottom. But yeah, that was my last whooping. But later, my dad and my mom found out that they were old magazines because they thought I was lying.
Right.
But when I guess they looked at them. But yeah, they saw that they was old.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how was it like hanging out with Snoop? Because, I've gotten to know Snoop. I've known Snoop almost 30 years now. And he like, I don't know him like in his home. I've never been in his presence like that. But when he's around, he just makes you feel like you the homie. He makes you feel so good. Like he's so cool. He's so down to earth.
Yeah, it was a lot of different phases, through the 90s, 2000, 2010.
To the Snoop now.
Yeah, so you watch Snoop evolve through a lot of the rough times with Death Row. Mm-hmm. And if I wasn't with Snoop and Daz, I was always with Suge. So it was a weird combination, but every time, you with Snoop, you just get inspired to just be great and do your own thing, not give a fuck but care. You know what I mean? And really just stay on your shit. You know what I mean?
Are you surprised? Because he's one of the most recognizable names, one of the most recognizable faces in the entire world. And you watch, as you say, the maturation, and you see the phases and the evolution.
Yeah.
It's like, and you can just see it.
Yeah.
Like he was once considered this, and now he's with Martha Stewart. He's hanging out with the biggest and the multi-billionaires. And he fit right in. He like...
Yeah, and he has equity in a lot of companies that a lot of people don't know from the business side. So, and he's helped a lot of companies, just in the stock market. Just when he stamps it, numbers go up. Mm-hmm. So the power he has in these different communities are, just unmatched.
Right.
Unmatched. So, no, it's good watching what he does. And for me, I always watch the team. Like, everybody has a team. Mm-hmm. You come with a team. And you don't need 100 people on your team. Right. You need, like, 4 or 5 really strong, like assassins in their position to do what they do. And he's always had that, you know, as he's made adjustments. And as you can see now, everything is on autopilot, but he's hands-on with everything at the same time. So to do 10 things like that or 20 things, how many things he's doing, to have that team to keep everything balanced, keep the substance there, keep everything on time, keep everything structured. That's the beauty. And that's what I respect most about Snoop, outside of him just being a great family father and just friend, you know?
Right. High school. Did you go to a public high school?
Did I? Hell nah. I went to Curtis and I got jumped at Curtis. That was junior high. Nah, I couldn't go to Curtis.
Why they jump you?
It was in the wrong.
Did they know you who you were?
They didn't know. They didn't care who I was on TV.
Right.
It was my cousin Reggie and Ryan, and shout out to my cousins. They stayed closer to the mall in Delamo, and we stayed in Centerview. So we had issues with certain people there when we was younger. So it was somewhere I definitely shouldn't have been going to school. But nah, they lit me up. Maybe a couple times, and then I ain't go no more. Then I tried to go to a school in the Valley. I didn't really go to school.
Damn.
But I got a diploma. I got the diploma, but I never went to school. I had tutors too.
Yeah, so you kept more
but
like homeschool?
If I told you my tutor stories, yeah.
Yeah, tell us the story.
Yeah. I wonder where my tutor is. Joyce, where are you? Shout out to my tutor, Joyce. Yeah, we would always go out and do our work outside in the field somewhere where we could overlook the world, right? So my mom let me go out with my tutor. This is my last tutor, yeah, because I kind of ditched the tutor from like 14 to 16. 16, yeah. Joyce was the shit. Wow.
We should. Do we have documentation of you having a diploma?
I graduated. I graduated.
I mean, sometimes you graduate, they give you a certificate.
Nah,
say thanks for participating in high school.
No, so I graduated from college too. But I graduated from College Hill. I graduated from Alabama State. I got a certificate for multiple disciplinary studies. So I'm disciplined in multiple areas. You know what I'm saying? I'm skilled. And I got my diploma. You see me celebrating. I got my baseball hat on.
Right.
I had a big ass party after. But I graduated with like a lot of pregnant women and delinquents and stuff that never went to school.
Right.
So it was a lot of us in the graduation, but it was lit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up for you in Hollywood? Because it seemed like when you were in high school, you were a problem.
Yeah, but that's when it was popping in Hollywood. So I was so like, and I wouldn't say bad, like I'm doing bad things to people. I was just lit. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Doing grown shit a little bit earlier.
At 16, 17.
Yeah, in the clubs and shit. And so.
Did your mom and parents know you were in the club?
No.
So you sneaking out the house?
Yeah.
So what they thought you were?
Well, when I was 16, I had a convertible. I had the BMW convertible that my mom and pops got me. It was a convertible Beamer. Brandy already had the 4.6 range back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember the 4.6?
Yeah, the big boy.
4.0.
Yeah.
B had the 4.6.
Okay.
She didn't want to drive it no more. I'm in that motherfucker, right? So I was just moving around a lot. Like, it's crazy to see what was in the 90s, and I was able to witness that. But anybody that seen me in the 90s and knew that I was Brandy's brother, it was a trip to them. Like, they was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yes, I'm thinking the same thing as you're telling the story. I'm like, bro.
So they want to see it in action, so I would pull up and then have fun with everybody and be lit. Yeah, man. It was a good time. That's why being Brandy's brother, it was the greatest.
Yeah.
Like, it was never any friction on trying to be better.
Right. So there's no downside. There can't be any downside to that.
I would be insane. That would be insane.
It's all positive.
I mean, at the highest level, to the stars and the stars beyond. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, it was the greatest.
Your mom was your manager.
Still, my mom's still my
Still
third
your
eye.
manager.
She my third eye now.
Wow.
She watched the management team. She watched the lawyers. She watched everybody.
Was she Brandy's manager also?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a blessing, because now you have someone that sincerely have your best interest.
Yeah.
That can, hey, here's the money. This is the money coming in. This is what we have to pay X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we need to save to make sure, because if this thing ends tomorrow, we need to make sure that we're set up for past tomorrow.
Exactly. And she's always instilled that with us. And even when we thought sometimes we was low, we was still up. That's just because moms had put these safety nets in accounts and make sure we paid all our taxes and just a lot of different things that's important to be able to survive like a 3-decade run.
Right.
It's hard to survive one. So three of them, something's got to be working right. There's some kind of template that we're following that is actually a proof of concept that works.
Right.
And that's consistent throughout the time.
Does she handle anybody else besides you and your sister?
She did over the years.
Okay.
She did over the years. 702, Silk, Tiny, a plethora of other people. Wow. Did I use that word? Jesus.
Yeah, you used it.
Okay. But yeah, just a lot of people she's helped along the way. But she's always kept us in first priority.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How different would your life be had you not had that strong woman, which is your mother, which is also your manager? How different would Ray J's life be?
Man, how I was talking about I felt emotional? That's an emotional question. I wouldn't even know what to do, man. That would be, I'd probably be dead.
Because she has to wear several hats. She has to be your mom at all times, but she also has to be your manager and help and try to negotiate and navigate you through music, entertainment, or whatever, commercial, whatever the case may be. So she has to be too, but she always number one priority is that she's mom.
Yeah, man. And, I talk to my mom every day, and she's been helping me with the new network. And when you have somebody like my mom on your team, I'm talking about you get 24-hour hard work. 3 a.m. on the phone with India every night, working on upgrades to upgrade the Trionics network, and back on it with me at 9, and then dealing with the issues maybe that Brandy needs to, or my little niece, and still, taking care of the kids when I need her to watch the kids. So, yeah, man, it's just, your mom or that woman figure in your life, nobody should take that for granted, because it's the only thing that you really have that if you gotta survive and you down to nothing, they're gonna find a way.
They're gonna be there for you.
Not just be there for you, they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way to make sure you're straight.
How often do you bounce things off of Brandy now? You seem emotional when I mentioned her. What's going on?
Nothing. I don't, it's just Brandy's goals, right? Since the beginning have been totally different from
yours.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things that I'm involved in that just don't
coincide with what.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And as much
as she is and what she is.
As much as that we're all together, some things I gotta try to stay over here. Yeah, even lately, even certain events that I think they've been having. I haven't got the invite, and I'm good with that, but I understand why. And you know what I'm saying? I'm here, but I haven't lately, because it's just a lot of the shit I'm doing now is just it's a little more left field. It's a little more outrageous, a little louder, a little more dramatic, a tad bit distasteful at times.
Right. But you do realize you guys have been so close for so long.
Yeah.
That you still can have that conversation. I think she would welcome that. And maybe you can explain it and say, Brandy, we're two different people. Yeah, we're the same bloodlines, but what you got going on and what I have going on, although it's different, I'm still Ray J.
Absolutely, she knows that, and for me on the side, I'm her brother, and right or wrong, I'm a die for whatever situation she needs me to be in. But you know, I still know where I see Brandy, where I see the vision, when I can see the future, because I can see the future for like 3 seconds. And in that future, I see Brandy and Monica just touring for like 2 years, right? And I got that dream. So even though she understands where I'm at, I still understand where she's at, but I understand what needs to happen right now. Is that tour needs to happen.
Yeah. Well, you were front stage when, I don't know, maybe it was manufactured, maybe the industry manufactured it between Monica and Brandy.
Yeah.
Was that real or imagined?
That's 100% real. Whatever it is, I don't know.
What do you think caused it?
I just think we're just being competitive.
Okay.
And I don't know anything other than that, but just the competitiveness of it. And then you got your squad, mm-hmm. and then her squad, both supporting each side. But then you have that one record that can't pretty much be touched. Mm-hmm. Numbers wise, charting wise, successful. And so why wouldn't you focus on the greatest thing that can happen? Get that done, secure just an enormous amount of liquid, mm-hmm. to put aside, and then figure out anything else. So just put all that shit to the side and go out and give the world what they want. Give me what I want as a fan. So I've been preaching that, and
you think it's gonna happen?
I pray. I'm a big manifester. I mean, I want it. I want to see it happen. Mm-hmm. And then everybody goes, well, you said that Brandy should headline. It's like, it's not about that. You know, it's about them going out and doing a great show. Who headlines and all those things that go along with it is all about, that's what it's all about. Mm-hmm. You know, just all of those entertaining things people can talk about and choose from as they go and they win together, right, is what it's about, you know. But yeah, so yeah, but as far as me, I love B, and every day I'm trying to I'm trying to make sure that I'm consistent with the wins, but I don't make her mad or my mom mad or my pops mad, you know what I'm saying? Or embarrassed. That's
because they're going to watch this, and are you divulging things that they're probably going to get them upset? Because I don't know if people know that, because they just automatically assume that y'all still have this great relationship. You got it. And I'm sure you do, but I'm just saying it's just like you don't talk daily or as much as you once did.
Or as much as I want to.
Okay.
You know.
Have you had a sit down? Had you have a sit down with her? Have you had a conversation? Have you picked up the phone, said, B, I just need to talk to you. I just want to talk to my big sister.
Well, I seen her at my daughter's party, and I told her that. But we haven't. But it's nothing wrong. It's just I know some of the shit I did has been loud, and I'm not proud of those things in certain aspects. And I know a lot of shit that I'm about to do, it might even be louder than that, if I to just be honest. And so to come and talk about growth or change when there's a lot more to come with it, it just might not be the right time yet.
Right.
Knowing what's in front of me.
Right. But you know, she looks at you as like, she has this perception of her little brother.
Yeah, man.
Her little brother is evolved. Her little brother is not a little brother anymore. He's still a little brother, but he's a grown man. has his own idea, wants to do things his way that doesn't necessarily coincide with who she is and what she's about.
Yeah. I made some mistakes though, and I'm gonna make them up. You know, nothing to that extent, nothing that she's even thinking about, but just deep down of what I know. As we progress, I know that there's some things that I want to make sure we make right, just in some of the shit that I've been doing. You know.
I read that you knew Michael Jackson.
Brandy, you know, going back to Brandy, man. If it wasn't for Brandy,
man, she hooked you up with everybody. You got to meet everybody.
Dude, Michael would have left me hanging. My hand was out there for 10 minutes. He in another row. He already said what's up to Brandy, but he didn't see my hand. And a lot of people behind me could just see my hand out there, and I'm like, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Accept the defeat. And she like, Mike. And oh, hey, Ray. And it was just like, that would have been probably, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd
have been a serious L.
Catastrophic. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, little stuff like that. It's unforgettable.
How was he when the cameras went on? What type of person was Mike? Because we know in the cameras, the greatest entertainer. I mean, we're never going to see anything like him, because the likelihood of somebody walking on stage and people spending days to see him passing out at his mere sight.
Having a faint pit.
Yeah.
For people that pass out, this going to be for the people who pass out.
We're never going to see that again, Ray J.
Not an area for people who pass out. That's pretty crazy.
What was he like when there was no cameras around?
Just chill, man. He was super cool. Shout out to Rodney Jerkins again, because Rodney's one of the greatest teachers and greatest connectors. And so he hit me and be up at like 5 a.m. to come meet Mike. It was deep, and we was cool after that ever since. But he's super chill, you know, just like anybody else, man. You know, you got the world, and then you got you. Mm-hmm. And then you have the character.
Yeah. So
it all goes together. But when Brandy first met Mike, she like fainted on the ground. He's like, "Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet." Like he didn't help her up. I helped her up. But he's probably used to it.
Right.
It's just like, oh, thank you.
Because that's a different level of fame, Ray J.
She like passed out and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you got to go you go Michael Jordan. He had a different level of fame.
It was just a few greats like that. There's a few, but not to that level of like older ladies acting like kids at the high school. Yeah, that's loud. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you think about like everybody who's screaming for artists, that's usually like the youth. It was like really grown,
right,
big like people, men and women going crazy in every community.
Vince Staples said you're one of the top 5 West Coast hip hop artists of all time. Do you agree with what he said?
I think he was low-key capping a little bit, no. Like he was
top. I mean, West Coast. That's big, Ray J.
He was putting 10 on 5. Shout out to Vince. I think he was just playing, man. I never celebrate. Like me and my team, we've been out here. A lot of my team was from Dallas, from Atlanta, New York, but they've never been to the beach because I don't go out. Right. So when we had time for like 15 minutes, we just drove over to Venice and walked around. Right. And I was thinking like, wow, I don't even walk around and show the team like what to do or go to dinner or anything. Mm-hmm. Like we don't celebrate. We get up if we win, we like immediately go back to work. Like there's no party, there's no premiere, there's none of it. So I need to start figuring out. But as far as me and what I've done, like I don't like it. I don't like getting credit, and I don't like what is it called? I don't like attention like that. I don't like for people to tell me that I did good or I want to like you did that. I don't know. I was telling the team today like. I was just going through my rant in the morning before you prepare for something, so you get it all out. Like, I ain't did shit. I ain't did nothing yet. I've been fucking up and it's been working, you know what I mean? Right. And so, Yeah, I don't even trip. You know what I mean? I just, when everybody's happy around, if everybody got a room in the hotel, I'll sleep in the car. I'm good with that.
Right. Who are your top 5 West Coast artists?
Top 5? That's tough. Of course, Ice Cube, Snoop, Dr. Dre. It gets tough after that. Mm-hmm. It gets real tough after that. DJ Quick. I'm saying, OFTB. These is like some real, you know what I'm saying? MC8 and like motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I'm way in that zone. But yeah, Razzcast, you know what I'm saying? Like, West Coast hip hop artists, yeah. Cypress Hill. The Dog Pound. Mm-hmm. Mac 10. You know what I'm saying? I could keep going. Warren G, Nate Dogg, Regulators. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of moments in the West Coast. And I'm inside, I can see it too. And like, they're my homies, but they still get my playlist. Above the Rim soundtrack. Fuck it. That's not an artist, but that's a heavy playlist.
Do you think it would be possible for another NWA to happen?
NWA, I'm sorry, Eazy-E. Forgive me, Easy.
Is that possible?
Nah. It's not possible. It's not possible to do Snoop again or the Dog Pound or NWA or none of that shit. It's just, I think it's all time for just big motion picture movies for people to follow, you know. But there's a lot of new artists coming up, that's popping. Like YG has his own moment in his own world inside of the space. And it's just, Kendrick Lamar is like...
Oh, my, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is iconic. It's in a world of, like, the greatest in this space, Well,
since you brought Kendrick Lamar up, you got Kendrick Lamar and Drake beefing. You got Quavo and Chris Brown.
That's not
beef?
Quavo and Chris Brown and Kendrick and Drake. You got Chris Brown, you got Drake, and you got Kendrick Lamar. Mm-hmm. And no disrespect to Quavo.
No.
But
I just mentioned him for the simple fact that Chris said something, he said something back.
He didn't.
It wasn't hard, huh?
Like, Kendrick and Drake was just going.
Yeah.
And then Kendrick came out with that bop, that record, that single.
Yeah.
That's just single. Like, when people dancing to it and don't even know it's a beef record, right? And I love Drake. Drake is my number one artist right now because he helped me. He sampled One Wish off the Views album. That shit ended up being nominated for a Grammy of the year, the album, and they fucked around and gave me a nomination. They said that I was nominated 2 weeks after the Grammys, which I'm cool. And I saw my name. That shit said Willie Norwood as a writer. So I'm a Grammy nominated writer.
Writers?
Yeah, whatever. Sample. I'm a Grammy sampled and nominator. Whatever I am.
Right.
They still ain't gave me my plaque with the little gold thing.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to get 2 free tickets every year. But they ain't called me yet. We got to figure it out, don't they? We got to get up in there.
Maybe they don't know Willie Norwood. Maybe they know Ray J.
Maybe. Right? But that's what Drake did for me without even knowing. So Drake, my boy, is just Kendrick, just that OVO. LA going all the way up. Drake, I love you though. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's perfect. That's what it's about. That's what I think a hip hop beef should be. And erase the violence.
Is it good or bad for the industry?
I think it's outstanding. I think R&B, we need to get into that too. Who y'all want to beef with? Who y'all want? You want a problem? Bobby Valentino, you whack. Niggas ain't singing like me. Where Trey Songz at? That nigga don't know how to run. You feel me? I'm the greatest to ever do it, fool. You ready for me? Right? That's...
You know what? Now that I think about it, you and Chris Brown was on the diss track with against
Kanye.
Yeah.
Well, he was in it, but nobody heard that song because
I heard it. So somebody did.
Because you know, me and Chris is like, that's my brother, right?
Yes.
You got Chris Brown and Usher, and they're in another world, right? So they can't be compared to. There's not number one or two. They're in the iconic world of all the other greats up there, right? And so there they are. Right. You know what I'm saying? But and Kanye as well. And Kanye is my boy. I love Kanye now. We got a chance to like just understand each other and understand the plan and understand what can and can't be and what happened and what's now. And so, you know, we good, really good, you know what I mean?
Y'all wasn't good at first?
I don't think so.
Why?
Just a lot, you know, there's a lot of different things happening. And even though we're good now, there still has to be a level of respect from my side, knowing their family and their side.
Right.
And
but that was before him.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm good over here.
Right.
You know, I got kids, and I think for the sake of all of our kids and the future of what they're gonna be doing in life, I think positive. I think just being positive about the whole situation in every aspect is the only way to go. Whether we all never hug and say anything publicly, right? It needs to just be said that
level of respect.
Have to for the kids, man. And for when we're old and they're moving through and running the industry, they all should be able to say what's up and continue to work and do what they do without it being any like friction or fake news out there. You know?
You've been in the studio with a lot. You've been in the studio with Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Snoop, The Game, French Montana, Tyga, Fat Joe, Lil Kim.
I haven't been in with Tyga.
You never been in with Tyga?
I don't want to be. I'm just saying, no, I just haven't. See, I tried not to go viral.
You wasn't.
I just don't want to be in the studio with Tyga. It doesn't. I like Tyga's cool. You said Tyga, and I'm like, nah. I had to defend myself.
So that didn't happen
with Tyga?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe if I was in there with Chris and Tyga was in there, probably.
Come on, Reg. See, you starting foolishness.
I love Chris.
Nah, well, I said Tyga. We already established that you love Chris.
I don't not like Tyga. I don't.
Well, then why you just let's rock with it?
Because I couldn't.
See,
I had to be petty.
Oh, okay.
There's a splash of pettiness inside of, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
And I try to escape it, but it's just, I just fucking can't.
Okay, so what happened at Cannes this week?
Nothing. I've never been over there.
I'm just saying. It's allegedly, supposedly, I know you heard the news that there was Tyga and Trav.
Oh yeah, I seen that. You know what? What's crazy is that when I was watching it, I didn't have my glasses on, so I was like this somewhere, like trying to look at who was doing what. I couldn't see it. I couldn't really see it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who was what, but I heard that it was all false and it was two other people fighting.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I can live with that.
But I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? For that whole situation.
Okay, so now we're gonna
but
take.
But it's all love.
Tyga out of the group.
But it's all love.
All love
from over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just got my wall.
You got your wall up?
It's all good, man. Everybody can be peaceful and show love and be respectful when everybody sees each other.
Right.
And then that's it.
So it appears to me that where you are in your life now, that this Ray J is a lot different than the 16-year-old Ray J, the 25-year-old Ray J, even the 35-year-old Ray J.
Absolutely. The 35-year-old Ray J was a mess too. And the 30 was, these are good messes though, because every mess led me to make adjustments. I needed the mess every time, and I needed like reality shows in order to watch myself, because it's like watching plays. You can just watch yourself, just doing bad or good, and nobody needs to tell you that you were corny as fuck or weak or whack for what you did. You could just watch it, and then it's on you to learn it, make adjustments, continue to be better, and then that's gonna stick with you as you grow.
Right.
But as you grow, it'll soon, shave itself off if you are naturally in your new self.
If someone would have told you that you behaved in the manner you behaved and you didn't see yourself on television, would you have believed them?
I probably would have turned up even more. Right away. Because, you coming from a place of mostly everybody has this figure in the industry, this big boss that is going to tell you when to tone it down, or you get fired, or you can't, right? I ain't had that. We've been blackballed since the beginning. We've been blackballed in this industry since probably the beginning of it all, and still have these certain elements of a disconnection, right? I wouldn't call it a blackball. I would call my balls black, but yeah, I wouldn't call it a black ball, just a disconnection. And so you connect with another source that continues to help you live and be successful and be financially strong in areas that nobody else can get to. So then you are pretty much unfadable as long as you respect, love, be humble, be kind, and treat people good. You can't lose.
What song is Ray J most proud of?
I hit it first. No, I'm just playing.
Man, there you see, Ray J, why you do this?
I was just like...
No, you were just... People gonna say...
I know. I'm sorry. Look, to everybody watching, I'm not gonna let y'all down. Still, no. Still think of me as you did before I said that. I was just joking. Everybody gotta have a good time, y'all. It had to.
See,
but don't.
We were doing so well.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm hanging out at the house,
yeah,
I'm gonna throw a couple in because we having a good time, right? I'm gonna throw a couple jokes in, but it doesn't register like that. I'm actually not cool with I hit it first today. It's not okay. Hitting it last is always the best, right? Because that's right. You want to.
Nah, you want to be the first man to walk on the moon. You want to be the last man walking on the moon.
You do want to be the last man because the last man can tell you where we going in the future.
Nah, I was first. Footprints there.
Yeah, who was first? Neil
Ray J, we moving on. We done.
I was saying Neil Armstrong for the moon. Yeah. So it's like whoever's up there now was building the condos and all kind of shit up there. So.
But I told you it was safe to go up there. You didn't know. You wouldn't know that had I not been there. Why you see?
Shout out to Neil Armstrong. Yes, but I've learned now, learning my lesson.
Yeah,
and the classes that I had to take, being first is not okay, and it's not the best place to be.
I thought we were gonna do. We took a break, gave you an intermission.
That's why I said it's not okay. So being later on is better. And again, I didn't mean nothing by that joke. It was really not. Really, it was distasteful and it was disgraceful, and I want to apologize. I do. And so my favorite song for me, how dare I? I mean, fuck. It was just going.
How about One Wish?
Donut went. No, he's been doing this the whole time back there. I've been just killing it.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's just one. No more.
One Wish. Wait a minute. Sexy, can I? I had say, and you already mentioned the other one.
But was it in the list?
Yeah, it was in the list.
Because I knew you was going to do that.
I wasn't going to say that.
You had to.
I was going to just leave it off.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all your fans, too, and everybody that's watching. My favorite record would be Melody. And that's not on there.
No.
But it's about my daughter before she was born.
Right.
And for the 400,000 people in the world that we live in, and I appreciate you guys supporting and buying the album Radiation. That's on that album. And One Wish, of course, is like my most profitable song.
Yeah.
Like it's a serious asset for me at this moment, right now, today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the video
from the billions of streams on TikTok to the millions of streams the billions of streams on Pandora and the Spotify streams, and it's a layer from Tidal, all of it. And you know, when you really own your songs,
yes,
you can really like watch the success of it. A lot of artists, which is no problem, they are independent now. But the records that are big
belong to someone.
So of course you independent with me now. But what about then? Because that's where the real assets come in. And so I want to thank everybody for supporting One Wish. I got a new Radiation classic remake album. It's like anniversary album on the new One Wish. For the classic just anniversary project, I got Jacquees, Tamar Braxton on the song. Mm-hmm. We got Neo on the project on What I Need. We got Keisha Cole on a song called Hurt You. Wow. Brandy's on the project. DJ Camper's on the project. It's a really good R&B project that I think people will appreciate, along with this like disgusting mixtape that I'm gonna put out at the same time. Yeah.
Is it true that Shaq invested in your music career?
Yeah. He gave us, I think, 1.5 million for Sexy Can I.
Wow.
He gave us 1.5 for the Sexy Can I project, which was the All I Feel project. And Sexy Can I was the record to lead off. It sold 8 million copies. We recouped the number back for Shaq in, I don't know, 5 months, 6 months. And everything else has been profitable since. So shout out to Shaq. Thank you. If you look at the Sexy Can I video, you see Shaq in the video.
Right.
He's the one with the camera. He's going around, I'm saying, let me do things from the front, and then let me have a little bit of time on the back end. And then, and he actually got the camera and did the rest for Sexy Can I.
How did you convince Shaq? Shaq is a very shrewd businessman. He owns a lot of ish.
Yeah.
So how did you convince him, like, bro, this is a great, this is what I need. I'm gonna get you your money back, but this is gonna be a big project. How does Ray J pitch Shaq? Not Shaq the Shaq the businessman.
Well, and with Shaq, you always have really smart people around you. So Money Mark, who is Shaq's partner in this deal, he's the one that told Shaq about this. And this was actually the first deal for WAC 100 to ever even be in the game. So this was his first introduction into the game as well from my end. And so Money Mark, WAC 100, we had another partner, and then Shaq. And it was a hell of a deal. And again, anytime I ever do deals, like I didn't take the money from Shaq. The team did, and they were able to make it work and structure it properly, and then it was a success, and he made his money back, and he's still making money from it, or somebody from the team, because I know I'm still eating. So shout out to Shaq, shout out to Money Mark.
Right. What made you go independent with your music?
I had to. Nobody was fucking with me. I was after Wait a Minute. There was another record. It was called Formal Invite. So after Atlantic was wrong, they put a lot of money behind this second single. But again, Pharrell had the vision for Out the Ghetto. Mm-hmm. That's where it all should have shifted. It didn't, so it didn't register the same way Wait a Minute did, and then I was done. They were done with me.
So what did you learn? Because you've been in this business for such a long time. What do you know now that you wish you would have known then?
The only thing that I would have wanted to know then, that singing like R&B songs and expressing yourself musically and vocally, especially when you know how, is always the right thing to do.
Okay.
All of your homies, all of your friends, all of the girls you want to be with, all of the rappers you want to think is cool, they're all gonna embrace you when you put out great records, especially musically and vocally. Look at Chris Brown. Chris Brown's one of the edgiest artists out, but he still delivers great R&B or great pop music, along with the diss song with Quavo. Quavo, you could be mad at me all you want, bro, and I still got love, but Chris, whoever was on the song, he murdered the track, rapped it, right? And so you have a chance to be that, but you also have a chance to be great and dance and sing, you know, pop music and R&B music. So that's the only thing that I would want to revisit in the past, and not try to be so cool.
Is there anyone that you could have signed, you didn't sign, that you wish you would have signed?
There's people that I wish I didn't sign.
I didn't ask you that.
There's people that I wish I didn't sign because, again, there's a lot of behind the scenes that we're a part of, and big producers,
right,
and certain artists and certain moments. And certain people have taken those moments and gotten really rich and then became animals in this game. Uncontrollable and really just bad people, right? A couple. Right. And others flourished into being great, right? But there's a couple that have become like really bandits in the game, and I think the game could have done without, as far as their aggression and just their unprofessionalism. And so there's a few people that I put on that lost it because, again, everybody makes money. You get a year or two to be cocky and make mistakes and go, fuck, I didn't mean to be like that. All these people I thought was cool, fuck these people now. I know who I am. You got to give people a little bit of leg room to make a mistake. Or 2, 3, then that's it. And so that's how I feel about it. But yeah, I lost my train of thought with the fire. It's like, I like it though. It's dope. I'm not hot anymore. No.
What happened to your RSVP group? It was you, Sammy, Pleasure P, Bobby Valentino.
I had so many dreams for us. Dreams. Pleasure P, Bobby Valentino, Sammy, all of us on that verses. That was the highest verses ever. But they won't credit us because of how disastrous it was. And I don't doubt them for that. But I think with the group is just, again, I watched that movie, what was it, The 5 Heartbeats?
Yeah.
And the nigga came in with the Rolls Royce and shit. Yo, you talk about 4 of those guys. Not me, because I'm just having a good time watching everybody be R&B. Because when you an R&B nigga, you smooth and you really, you know what I'm saying? You really for the ladies. So I was having a good time, but I think we just got caught up in the moment, and nobody was leading. But I think we can try it again with this new project, Bobby Valentino and I, outside of the group, which we could still say is RSVP, but they wasn't there. So me and Bobby Valentino, we got a great song. It's called Titty for Me. It's a really good song. Titty for Me.
You couldn't come up with another title, huh?
Well, because that's never been like, you know, I want to be original every time. So that titty.
Can you be too original?
Yeah, that titty for me, and you go, that titty for me, that titty for me, for me, that titty for me. It's a really good tune.
Interesting.
And in its argument, the clean version is, she's pretty for me, she pretty to me, she pretty to me. You know, so that's there as well. There's a kind side along with the lit side, just like Beyonce's country version. She got one that's nice. My kids was going crazy over that version in the pool, and then Princess played me the song later. I'm like, oh shit, like it's lit. Beyonce, right? So there's a yin to every yang.
Is it true that you tried to replace Omarion and B2K?
I knew it was gonna get good. I didn't try to do it. Raz B approached me with that when they was at CMX, right? And so I'm like, well, what we doing, dog? This when I was activated. So I can't replace Omarion. Like, you know, we start doing dance rehearsals and shit. I'm like, bro, like, I can't do this shit. It was like this. But I'm like, look, bro, where Omarion at? You know what I'm saying? But we tried to approach it, but they didn't understand it because I'm like, first things first, it can't be B2K no more. It got to be Ray 2K.
How do you gonna change the whole thing?
It's business. And so
that's
we was about to have a fight because they was mad. I'm like, bro, Ray 2K. R2K is as far as I can go with trying to like make some adjustments and like compromise. R2K is all I could do.
That's like Johnny Gill coming in and saying we can't change, we got to change New Edition. It got to be J Edition.
Because here's the thing, R2K mean now we real. It's right with the K on it. We real like we real, right? B2K was still like boys to men.
Yeah.
We grown ass men. Let's keep it real. And let's get 2K a piece every hour. You feel me? 2,000 a piece every hour, every day. Let's keep it real. So it was real, $2,000 a day. That's why I came up with R2K.
No, I think they're looking at it. You came up with Ray 2K.
I had the papers. I had me in the front. They was in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's you.
And so, like, I was way up there, too. Mm-hmm. You talking about here and here, right? I needed my space because I don't know how to dance like that. So they was dancing.
So they going to be dancing while you be up front singing?
With the pyros and shit going. It was a disaster. They hated it and kicked me out the group before I got in it.
Yeah.
They kicked me out the group. Shout out to J Bug and Fizz and Razby for not allowing me to come in and
fuck up their group.
Yeah, fuck up their group. And hopefully they do positive things. Again, another manifestation for me is for B2K to come back and have a great run. I think B2K should open up for Brandy and Monica on the tour. So you got B2K opening up, then you got Monica coming after B2K, and then you got Brandy headlining. Right?
No.
Are we good?
Hold on.
B2K.
Yeah.
Which they don't never open up for nobody. B2K, but in this situation, I think it's good for business. B2K, Monica comes after. Or if you want to throw somebody in between that, like RSVP. Well, no. We would open up. Then B2K, then Monica, then Brandy, then Monica and Brandy together, then pyros and explosions.
Is it possible that they can say Monica and Brandy do a 50 city tour.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be like Monica open up 25 times? I mean, go first, and then 25 times Brandy go first? Because you know it's not going to happen. Monica's not going to agree to that. You know that, right?
Okay. All right. No. All right. Okay. Yeah. 25 and 25?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. No. I do think so. And
Are you putting this on? Is this your project?
I would love for it to be. But if they do, and you're a witness, me and you right now.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work this out for a long time. I've been taking a lot of slack. Monica been going in. I've been apologizing because I'm just a fan saying shit out. I'm just making shit up, Monica. Like, because I'm a fan. So, yeah, y'all going on tour. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I felt. And so don't be mad at me because, like, I want it to happen. If it does now, if their tour happens, do you think that they
cut you in?
Not owe me? But where do I fit in if this tour actually happens? Like, from here, where do you think that where should I be?
I mean, you had a nice idea.
But
you trying to get some paper out of this?
No. No. We're just because I'm with Brandy anyway, so I'm just hanging out.
Yeah.
And me just hanging out, I'll find a way to get it back there somehow. I'll get it back down the street before the show starts. Right? but my thing is, where do you see me in that if this actually happens with me being like the only person like publicly pushing this and making it known so the fans could like reach out to them? Just open, like introducing them at least.
Yeah.
Come out.
Yeah, they let you do that.
That's love.
Or maybe you introduce Brandy.
I would love for just to have, before they come on, a Trionics commercial. Like, yo, the shows that I got on Trionics, then it goes in, it's like Trionics Network. like TRONIX network.com, and then it goes boom, and then they come, and then I say I'm good with that. That's it. I'm fine with that. No money, just that big one, and then like Trionics on like the, the coats of what they wearing, like just like a patch. All right, something like that. But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I would like to see them on tour too, but I think I'm not.
They don't owe me nothing.
No.
I was just talking between us, like, what, you know what I'm saying?
When you were a kid, okay, R&B is your thing. How close, or maybe it wasn't close at all, but you saw what Usher was doing? Y'all around the same age.
I love Usher. Usher's older. Usher's in the Brandy world, which is a year. He wasn't in my class. I think he was, if I was in 7th grade, which I hated 7th grade. Kids stay in school. I think he would be in like the 10th or 9th or 10th. How do I feel?
Yeah. Did you try to model? Did you see the success that he was having? It's like, okay, maybe I'll model my game. Because like, in sports, you like, I want to model my game after this guy because I maybe your vocals are like his, or you're trying to, this is my lane, Usher's lane, my lane.
I've had nightmares because Pharrell carved out myself and Pharrell. What I would say, Pharrell just genuinely, which is not a word, but I like it, genuinely, like genuinely. Trademarkers, Pharrell had carved out this Ray J sound that he was working on. Out the Ghetto was the lead off.
Right. When
I didn't listen as Pharrell kept progressing, then he dropped the records with Usher. Okay, and then I was just in the bathtub. And then I was in the shower, and then I was on the gym, and then I was like running around, and I was just like lost because we had it. You know what I'm saying? And so watching that, it was tough because Pharrell saw the vision for Ush too at the time, and he saw it for me. So it wasn't about Ush at the time. It was just about me and the mistakes that I made, and the mistake I made with Pharrell at the time. And maybe Pharrell might see this. This is honestly, like me being honest, and this, like at this level, and like this honest about it, I don't even think he knew that I knew the like how big I didn't listen and how bad it was for me. And so I think hearing this, and I know the nigga busy doing Louis Vuitton and shit, but you know what I'm saying? We might be able to get back in the lab. The homie will bring a bunch of new bags and shit and all the shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. And we could do songs and shit and go over designs. Maybe, man. But it wasn't Ush. It was just that I saw, like, Pharrell saw us going back and forth in that moment. And again, I take full responsibility for not listening. And that's what every artist should do.
Right.
You can't blame. I would never. Somebody else could never fuck up for me. I would be so mad. I definitely fucked up myself. And as long as you take that responsibility and don't try to blame people for your unsuccessful like career, like stop doing that. Like you made the decision on whatever it was. Take it like a G. Make some adjustments. And if you don't ever get back on, find another hustle to get you $1 million and stop crying about it. I was talking to myself back in the day. It was like,
is it true that you sold your Donald Sterling's apartment after those racist comments?
you guys don't know that. It's impossible. It's impossible. You guys don't know that. Do you know that?
I know what?
You don't know that.
Look, my team, we know we do homework.
Can I call you Shay Shay?
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't. Is that a nickname?
That's a nickname.
Okay. And then Club was just kind of like, we're at Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, it started in Denver. You remember the movie Life? When they're in prison, they're talking about the Boom Boom Room.
Rays.
Yes, the Boom Boom.
Rays.
So Club Shay Shay was a knockoff of the Boom Boom Room.
Oh, got it.
When we were in training camp, we played music, rolled dice, played spades, video games.
Got it.
We gambled, drank beer.
Got it.
I shouldn't. Smoking cigarettes in there too, but
yeah, for sure.
So that was the
cigarettes.
So that's how Club Shay Shay started.
No doubt. So it was the Boom Boom Room. That's dope. That's dope. So there was an actual Club Shay Shay.
There was an actual Club
like
Shay
a private club membership only.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. Maybe we do a Raised Boom Boom Room Club Shay Shay. We do the dice games on the new Trionics network where they not winning money but you win the last, like you play the dice up until the final one, then you win it's like a competition.
Yeah.
Dice, all the hood games like caroms.
Yeah.
Remember caroms? Get out of here. Caroms. The board game where it's just a board and it's like checkers, but you playing like pool.
Oh yeah, no. I know what you're talking about, but I've never
That's
played
some
it.
real life. Some LA.
Did you sell them apartments?
I got rid of them.
Huh?
I did.
Now you wish you kept them, huh?
No.
So what? So you were so offended by the comments that you like, I got to get up off them.
It's bigger than that.
Talk to.
It's bigger than that. I want to. I think it's I think it's actually okay to talk about it. Yo, Donut, Ross, anybody from the team here? Hello? Clark.
Yeah.
Tell Roz, call Roz, hit David Weintraub and see if it's okay to talk about the Donald Sterling issue now. And give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big one.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get
you
back.
to ask me that do you have the other side of it or no?
I want to get your side.
But
I got you
have,
here.
But do you have the big side?
No, I ain't got the big side.
Get out of here. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanna pause, but I wanna give it to
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to just come back to it, Shannon?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We're gonna come back to it. Yeah, for sure.
You also made headlines when There's like take a business meeting, lunch with Jay-Z or 500,000. You said take the 500,000. Jay-Z.
No. I said
you take the business meeting.
Absolutely.
Jay-Z said take the 500K.
But Jay-Z told the world to take the 500K. He wouldn't have told me to take the 500K because I have so much more to offer. And I think sitting with Jay-Z and anybody of that caliber that really have no idea like what we're doing and our place in this industry outside of the music and entertainment, like what we have to offer is massive. And whether it's finances, whether it's opportunities and relationships, there's nobody that can match what we can bring that is so unfamiliar to the other side, because nobody's ever made money with us. Nobody's ever met my partners that are making money at this level. So we would bring more to the table in that meeting, just with the underestimation of what we can do and what we've been doing, would just bring like super big like collaborations and big partnerships, and even us just to invest in certain things that might need a little more capital. Like we would love to do that.
But here's the thing: the average person is not going to have a team that's looking at the entrepreneurial side of it like you would come with your team. So the average person say, give me the 500K and I'm going to do what I need to get done to make that grow. Because unless you have a team like what you have, or say myself, most people won't take that 500 band.
I would take 5 million instead of me with Jay, because I can invest the 5 more. I can't do nothing with 500K at this moment, but I can do more with having a great relationship with Jay-Z.
Right.
You know?
Okay. You've been in rooms with a lot of people that have an enormous amount.
Thumbs down. Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you offline. It's a shocker. It's a big one.
Okay.
I'm like Ray Donovan. Serious.
I like that show.
I'm the ghetto version.
Yeah, I like Ray Donovan.
And I'm a fucking great crisis manager.
Yes.
I specialize in crisis management.
What have you learned from being in rooms and meetings and around people with high net worth?
It's funny you say that, because all of the people that I know with a lot of money, don't do business with anybody that I might look up to in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it in a very good way because it really fucking doesn't matter. Most of the people with a lot of money, it's not gonna give you anything, right? If there's a hedge fund or a business that is in the investment business of companies or whatever you need, that's one thing. But all my billionaire friends, they're super, 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 like, yeah, hell yeah. So you take their relationships and you learn from what they've done and you can utilize them in what you are doing. Maybe if you're going to invest something, they can help you from their expertise. But yeah, it's just interesting how there's lanes and lanes of all of these rich people, and you can have your world, and then there's this entertainment world that I'm not in at all. But the world that I have could really help move things through if need be, if I could just take a couple meetings with the right people.
Right.
I'm not yearning to, I don't care. But whenever it does happen, I would love to show them what we can offer. You know what I'm saying?
What do you hope to accomplish with your new TV network? And it was reported that you got a loan and you messed up over $3 million.
No, I didn't get a loan. I've never got a loan from anything. I'm happy you said that about Shaq, because before I remember Shaq investing in Texarkana, I haven't taken any capital from anybody, anywhere.
So everything is like you 100%
bootstrapped at the highest level. Even with Raycon, we made $80 million a year for 4 years straight. We made 40 before that, 8 before that. And just in strategic and performance marketing. Q1 we spent $3 or $4 million a month. Q4 we're at $15 million a month. November, December. This is Raycon. Sold over 3 million earbuds. And now, you take that capital, you wish all your partners well because you love them, and now that they're going into like home products, and I'm going more into like dramatic television, it's good for us to not part ways, but to share, meaning let me get mine, you guys can have yours. I'm here, you're there. If you want to do all of these things, my ideas won't clash. And if I want to do all of these things, your ideas won't clash, so we all win together, right? That's the most important thing. But yeah, I blew $3 million of my own money. I blew $7 million. I'm at 7 now. I'm not happy about it. I accidentally just blew $1.5 million on accident. I didn't know I did that.
How you accidentally blow $1.5 million? You got that kind of bread, Ray J? Let you hold something.
You've been seeing, you Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, but we ain't see them.
Club Shay Shay.
We ain't blow no $1.5 million. CJ, we made that much?
No, I literally just sold all my shares back to my partners at Raycon, and it's been a great experience. That equity and that liquidity goes into the new company, but all of it can't go because I can't. Like I'm just going and going and going. You know, eventually it has to start to see some kind of turnaround for profit, or I'm gonna have to go out and I'm gonna have to get an investor or two to come in and help because.
And you don't want that?
I think so for this project, maybe. Just because I have more money now in my account, so I could spend it, and I don't want to do that. That's not the smartest thing to do, especially when you're like almost 8 million in.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the shows that I have coming are phenomenal, and they're unmatched, and it's going to turn everything around. You're thinking 8 million, you're thinking 80 million, you're thinking 100 million. Those are just numbers to me. They all, like, I don't want any money in my account. Anytime I make money, I make sure the kids I always feed my kids' account. I always make sure my baby mama's good, right? Whether we're up or down, right? She's always good. That's first priority. And then the rest, I got to get rid of all of it and invest everything in there. Nothing. I don't want anything in my account.
Are Blueface and Kershawn Rock on your TV in your TV programming?
They do have a show. It's called House of Blueface. Shout out to Blueface and Whack 100. I was able to license 6 seasons of the show Blueface did on OnlyFans. Okay. Which is fucking wow, man. It's some of the best content nobody's seen, and it's really doing well for the network. Subscribers are going crazy over it. But I do have that, but it's a licensed show. 6 episodes, 7, 5 already seen, 2 exclusive, and we're giving like our viewers and the Trionics subscribers like all of the meat.
How's that working with them?
I love it. I love working with Whack, and I love working with Blueface. I haven't got a chance to work with Krishan personally, hands-on. We met a few times, and she's great. I mean, in reality, they are like the Bonnie and Clyde of reality. Jocelyn would be like the Beyonce. Okay. Tiffany Pollard would be like the Rihanna. Okay. And Ray J would be like the Frank Sinatra. Or the Shakespeare. Steven Spielberg. Ridley Scott. Okay.
50, you have a relationship. How were you able to build a relationship with 50?
Through Jackie Long. Jackie Long, who is one of the greatest actors of our time. He's a close friend of mine. He is close with 50. So Jackie's my friend. So he connected me with 50, but we were all good when we were all doing the Money Team shit. But after that kind of like broke up, then Jackie Long and 50 always had a good relationship. So Jackie kept me tied in. You know, whenever 50 needed anything, he wanted to ask a question for me or whatever, it was 50.
You've been a celebrity for a long time. What is it with celebrities dating the same women? It got to be like 20 million. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, there's 8 million women of dating age. Let's just say from the age of 19 to 55. That's obviously they're older, but I'm just saying.
I love this.
Why?
I love this interview. Why? It's fucking dope. Like the fire isn't even hot anymore. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. You know,
it's like whatever you guys did. Was my Dyson fan in here too?
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
You know what? Shout out to the team.
Yeah, they ran down the street. Got him a new fan.
Shout out to the team. Like we matched it. I went out there. Y'all can hear it on the mic. I want a motherfucking Dyson fan right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ta-da.
Now we got a black one.
Yeah.
Not like no color lines, right? But now there's no segregation between the two. They're
anything
all together,
purchased on Club Shay Shay set.
No doubt.
Gets left behind.
I got it. And you know what? I'll watch this episode part 2 and it'll be like sponsored by Dyson, right? So fuck it, right?
Why is that, Ray J?
Why is what?
Why do celebrities date the same women?
Why do women date the same celebrities is the question. Because, you know, women are the most special thing in the world. And depending on your mission, meaning like, I want to have fun. I want to get to know this girl. I want to like work with her. I want to be with her. I want to marry her. I love her. I want to love her. I want her to be my girl. Or I just want to be like, shit, if she want to hang out with me because she might have somebody she's looking at, but she just want to put me on her resume, okay, yabba dabba do, right? In that world. Okay. Depends on what it is. I think it's all about the choice of the celebrity and the girl, but sometimes the girls are so beautiful. Mm-hmm. One celebrity might be like, yo, man, she's the greatest thing I've ever fucking had, but I don't have her no more. For the next guy, it's ping, DM. I bet all the pretty women, their DMs must be crazy. with football players. Basketball players and football players like to smash everybody's woman. And that's why I don't like them. Because it's not okay. It's like you guys have shit at home, but y'all motherfuckers in the gym so much, niggas just ready to fuck and just so y'all like, you know, and you conquer the other girl and after you finish, you like, yeah, so she in love with you, but you're done. And so, you know what I mean? After a while, she call her dude back. That ain't cause, you know what I'm saying? That's cause y'all done just said you good.
Right.
Basketball players, football players, and soccer players from London are all like, you know what I'm saying? Just too greedy.
Y'all greedy.
Y'all tall niggas and buff niggas. Shit, man. Niggas leaving practice tomorrow, so all day you just at the house eating good. You know what I'm saying? Watching your diet, you gonna do 2 a days, but you just 2 a day. You see that girl, like girl at home, I love you, right? I don't like y'all basketball players and football players. I got a couple friends, but that's it. What's up, Paul George? That's my nigga. Not nobody else on the Clippers.
Let me ask you a question though. Let's just say you like this girl, and you find out one of the homies talking to her. You back off, or do you tell him, say, bro, you know, I was trying to holler at her, or I did this, I did that. How do you handle that situation?
Well, I'm just now back on the market.
Okay.
So I ain't been out here that long. I don't know what I would do now because I haven't been out there that much.
Right.
Plus, I still love Princess. But I don't give a fuck. I don't give no shits who she been with.
But your boy hollering at her.
My boy or somebody I'm cordial to.
Somebody you cordial to.
I don't give a fuck. Just like they don't give a fuck.
They
don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck even when you're together. Even when you're in love. They want to conquer. They want to run around with that.
Man, there ain't nobody trying to holler at Princess while you were together.
What?
Not your wife now.
Well, I don't go through her phone, so I don't know, but I'm sure. I'm almost sure there's at least 45 motherfuckers out of 4.5 million savages.
But you okay. Because you met your wife through Floyd, right? So you mind me?
Hold for sound. Hold sound. Did I meet Princess? I know that the situation was weird when we started to like each other.
How was it weird?
Well, it was weird because like I really liked her and she was still kind of like in a situation with PB, but at the end of the day,
who is PB?
Floyd. So at the end of the day,
so there was hold up, time out. They were dating? I thought like
I don't know
he
if
hooked you up like, hey, man,
I don't know. No, I hooked him up with I hooked him up with the 2 girls that was supposed to be my love interests on For the Love Ray J. The winners.
Why would you do that?
Because he was my friend. He said that's what it was like, okay. I was young, so I wasn't tripping. Like if somebody wanna be with somebody, if they said, no, I don't want to do it, then okay. But if they was like, oh, yeah, I'm interested, then yeah, line it up, right? Because when we were younger, being honest is the only way you win, right? So that we had that honesty. You was the homie, I'm the homie, right? So they like you, cool. If she like me and you in a relationship with your baby mama, you got your main girl, you got your all this, and then you like Princess too, but you ain't super locked in, and we want to be locked in, congratulate. And celebrate with us.
So that's kind of how it was.
Just like I celebrated with like when you like somebody and they liked you that I was liking, but they liked you more. So no problem. We all celebrated together. And so I felt like that should have been the same way. And maybe now it's like that. I think back then sometimes when you like 50-0 or 45-0, and then now on this side you
took
like
an L.
you 0-1 or 1 and I don't know how the number goes.
How the relationship between you and Floyd now?
I think it's cordial. Like, it's cool. I've seen him out, and it's all love. It's like I don't have any issues, and he doesn't either. But it's just our friendship is not there no more. Not that he gives a fuck.
You think Princess love has? You think your wife, your mother, the mother of your kid? You think that has something to do with it? Mm-hmm. Well, then why would you do it?
Because I loved her.
But here's the thing: he
didn't love her.
You know what? When a dude say, "Oh man, yeah, go ahead, boy," you know they care.
Why? I went, go ahead, 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 go ahead. Like, you my friend. So when I want to go ahead one time,
he said a lot of times.
If I want to, like, that's not fair. We got to be fair friends. Just because you got more money and you're not used to certain things, you have to get used to it because somebody gonna like me too.
You understand, Ray J.
Somebody gonna like me just like they like, you.
Yes.
A girl might like one of my homegirls. She's my homegirls, right?
Right.
But we fucking around. Right. She like you. She like, man, he really wearing that shirt. You know what I'm saying? That watch. Club Shay Shay, you know what I'm saying? I wanna be his baby or whatever, right?
Right.
And she my homie. I'm like, you really feeling the homie? I'm like, well, shit, I see what's up if he fucking with you too. I like her. Let's go out on a date. Done. No matter if
Ray J, come on.
No, she's my homegirl.
I know, but
she's not my girl.
I know, but
we're living in a world of everybody being honest. We're in this like space of honesty at this point, right? Not a level of wife, man, like, it's not that. It's just it's in a pool of love and honesty.
I ain't been in that world yet.
But you have.
I haven't.
You have.
I didn't know about. Maybe I have, and I didn't know about.
So you saying that if you knew your friend was with somebody, you don't want to be with her?
Nah, I can't.
So you one of them kind of niggas?
I can't. But I'm just saying. Like I said, I ain't really, check this out, Richard. I ain't got but a home. I got like 2 best friends. I got 2. I'm talking about die for. They die for me.
And why?
They need kidneys, huh?
They need kidney?
I say if they need a kidney and we match, they good.
Is anybody here gonna give me a kidney?
No, I'm just telling
my friends.
But I think a lot of times guys will say that to try to keep, man, I don't care nothing about that. Go ahead. But see, that's it's gonna break their heart.
That's not with me. Like, it's not like that. It doesn't break my heart because she wants to be with you and you want to be with her. So why would I be mad? Because she and you both, I'm not convincing nobody.
Right.
They say nah, then I'm like, they ain't fucking with you.
They ain't with it like that.
But they really was with it. Okay. And so I'm like, I'm excited for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hope that I thought that I would get the same respect.
Well, clearly that didn't happen.
But it didn't. And I'm not gonna go out.
And it ruined the relationship.
I'm not gonna go out.
Was it worth it?
It's like, yo, Ray, meet me outside. Let's fight. Why would I? I might have to pass. Come on, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's one of those things. But I got nothing but love for Floyd. And that's so long ago. I'm sure he's good now. I'm sure if we sat down and talked, we'd probably be super cool now.
Right.
And I'm sure that might happen after this interview.
Right.
Because, motherfucker, everybody watch your shit. So you done help me mend a couple relationships and get a couple bags. I owe you 5% of a couple deals already. In perpetuity.
When you were younger, you went after some older women, bro.
He's good.
Yeah, I'm like,
I love it.
I'm looking at it, I'm like,
listen.
Shay, is it true, kid? If I throw out a man, could you?
Shay Shay, you have a fucking book. You've been asking
good,
questions.
man. The team good, man.
It was you. Like, y'all got the stuff. The DS one scared me.
Yeah.
I think it went over the note. But you were right on the motherfucking money. Mm-hmm. How you doing? Okay, so yeah.
When you were younger, what was it about was it the allure of an older woman? It was the fact that somebody was like 15, 20, 30 years older than you. What was your attraction? Was it the name? Was it the the allure? What was it?
You know, with an older woman back in the day when I was like 15, 14, I had a girl, she was like 34. I was like 14. How long is that? 14, 20.
That's
20,
19, 20 years.
20 years older. What the older woman made me realize was that I was dirty. And I needed to be cleaned.
Yeah.
I need to be cleansed. I was dirty, right? Literally. Dirty-minded, dirty in the field, and bodily dirty. So my little 30-year-old, like she was, I think 34. I'm gonna say D. You know what I'm talking about. So I would go over to her house. She had all white, and what happened was she told me to take a shower one day before I got in her bed. So I took a shower. I just rubbed myself. I thought I did. I mean, everywhere. Shit. I get out the shower and I take the white towel and I dry myself off. And the towel, it's still dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably bathed myself drying off better than I did in the shower, right? Towel dirty than a motherfucker. So she started tripping. That ain't how I go. So she put me in the tub in roses and bathed me every night until I got in the bed. And the tub was, I mean, it was unsittable. Nobody could sit in there after that. It was just a pool with the ring around it. It was really dirty.
Yeah.
So they really taught me how to be clean. And that's why I love an older woman, because they really just, they like bathed me. They cleansed me of all dirt and all sin back in the day. And I'll never forget them.
You still interested in older women?
I'm old now, so I can't. I don't know. Pussy too old now. I mean, we talking 80, 90, you know, like 95. But I love a 95-year-old woman, don't get me wrong. I just don't want to bother her.
Right.
I don't want to bother her. I don't want to mess with her like that right now. Fuck up her day.
Your sister's assistant, you ended up dating, and this tape. I'm just trying to figure out, Ray.
Is there any way? Okay. This is so
Ray. Go ahead.
Is there any way, before we get into this, we can take a two? I just gotta pee.
The bathroom's behind you. Game Time makes getting playoff tickets even easier and faster. Prices on Game Time app actually go down closer it gets to tip-off. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying basketball tickets. With Game Time guarantee, you'll always get the best price. And if you find a ticket in the same section, same row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying professional basketball tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code Shay Shay for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code SHAY for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute ticket, lowest prices guaranteed. Before we go to that, you're getting divorced, right? Or you already divorced?
No, I'm getting that.
Good.
This is our third time trying to do it.
Is there any chance of reconciliation?
That's all. It always is. It always is until it's like for sure final.
Right.
Even if it's final with papers, I mean, that doesn't stop us from like, you know, loving each other or, you know, understanding and learning each other as we go, because we're still co-parenting. We both love our kids and we both love being around each other with the kids and without the kids. You know, it's just sometimes time apart heals all. Right. You know, and I think when you get older, you kind of realize that.
So let me ask you this. Are you open? So before you, are you willing to date before the divorce is final?
I'm never dating again.
What you mean you never get dating again?
I've never dated before. I mean, except for the dating show, but I don't even like going to dinner, period. So to go to dinner and go on a date is just something.
So how you gonna meet people?
I don't want to meet anybody. Like when you love someone, that you love one time in each life cycle. Like you really love someone.
Right.
There's one person you love, and I love that person. you know, and that's Princess. And so, you know, whatever happens, if she loves again or finds somebody else, you know, I just have to deal with that. But as far as for me, it's just work. If I got friends, like I've always been blunt my whole life, and then I met Princess, so then I slowed it all down. But now that I'm here, I'm back being extremely blunt again. And that's all a woman or whoever you like, that's all they ask is that you just be straight up, whether the truth hurts or not.
Can we go back? You said you was blunt, you met Princess, and you slowed it down.
Mm-hmm.
You mean stop? I mean, there's no other women, just you and Princess, y'all.
Just me and Princess.
And you say, you know, so you'll go back to the old Ray J. No dating, just like, this is what it is, this is what you get, this is what I can offer, boom.
That's it.
Take it or leave it.
I'm a good friend though, but I'm not, I'll never be like in love with somebody else when I already love someone. You can't say you in love and make a vow that intense, even if it gets, you know, cut short. For me, you know, my word is all I got. So that's what I said it was, and that's what it is.
What seems to be the issue with you and Princess?
Just, I think just, I don't really know, but I know that there's a world outside that wants to see you go down. And there's a world outside that if they don't get what they want, they'll try to crumble everything around, right? So it just has to do with a lot of he say, she say, and sometimes you may get tired of somebody for a little while, and then, you know, you want to just go out and see what's out there, and then you sometimes figure there's nothing else out there, then you fall back in love with the person. So maybe that's what that is. I don't know, but I know I love Princess, and, you know, right now I'm working hard. I'm making sure she's involved with everything I'm doing on every major TV show, from producer to EP to her shows, and to us just spending a lot of time with the kids. We got horses together. She has a horse, I have a horse. The horse had a baby. A horse is a horse, of course, you know what I'm saying? And so my kids got horses too, so I'm tired of horsing around. Which was very, like, weird, what I said, but shout out to Mr. Ed.
Would you? I mean, I don't want to be presumptuous, but am I hearing you correctly? Are you saying that you would be okay if she found someone else, spent a little time with that person, it didn't work out, and then you guys come back together?
Well, I would be devastated, of course, but, you know, again, just because the person I love goes out to experience life, I mean, everybody deserves that. You only get one life. When we're both 75, you know, God willing, or 80 or 85, and we sitting at the table, and she asked me, did you live it up? And I'm like, shit, yeah, I did. And when I ask her the same, I want her to say the same.
No, I want to say no.
That's not fair.
Man, look here, I don't want candy apples or ride the merry-go-round. That's at the fair.
That's not fair.
No.
But if you rode the merry-go-round.
Yeah, you know you.
She riding the merry-go-round. You've been merry-go-rounding. So she still got to mess with your merry-go-round.
Nah, that's different.
Mess with her merry-go-round. No,
that's different.
No different. No different. And I'm telling you, I had to train myself to get to that point, because it's hard. Because
it is.
A man realizing that a woman is moving on or don't want to fuck with him no more is a mind fuck. And it takes them a long time to get over it. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I had to get over that and then understand that everything should be equal. Like, this is gonna hurt. I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
If I just had a sixum last night, right, which I can't, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Right? It's too much energy for me at this. I have things to do in the next day, right? Yeah. But if you had a sixum.
Yeah.
She should be able to have a sixum.
No.
A fivesome.
No.
Foursome.
No.
Listen. Twosome. A sevensome is out of bounds.
No. She didn't wait at home for me to call.
A sevensome and you had a sixum is not being equal to life. And so that's a big problem, right? But sixum, you did a sixum, get over it. She did a sixum.
Right, but
it'll kill you. You'll jump in the fire and rather be burned for the day and walk back home with no arm, then the person you love did the same thing you did last night, but just with the people that she was just fucking with. And then the next day, she don't give a fuck about them.
But women don't operate like that. It's hard for a woman to operate like that.
I don't think so.
Men operate like that. Like you said, you have partners.
Well, listen, women are the new men. Women are in control. Oh. They've always been in control in real life, but now it's come to a place where women always been smarter, more compassionate. They spend more time on making sure things are right, and so they should have the same equality and doing that as a man if he's out there doing that. Of course, if you don't want her doing that, then
you do it.
Period.
Yeah.
But if you are, you have to accept the equality of what that should be. And you have to think about it in the worst way, too. Yeah. Like, you did a 6-some, go 13-some. Ooh! And then go to 12, and then just accept it, right? Even if she like, I wouldn't, that ain't even, right? That ain't even her style, though. But accept that if you doing it, because if she finds out, it hurts just the same, or it hurts worse. And men don't think it, but it hurts.
Because it
hurts the same way or worse.
But see, we've been taught, and women have told us, like, sex is more tied to emotion and feelings. And so for them to be able to distinguish sex from feeling, unless that's your profession, it's kind of hard.
I don't think so. Not in 2024. Back in the day, yes.
Okay.
In 2024.
It's like that down there, Ray?
I think so.
I'm finna get married.
It's scary, man.
It is.
But don't ever think that, guys think, well, yeah, I had a crazy night, baby. Just like, well, baby, I had a crazier night. Wait, what happened? What's wrong? It's like, that's not right. Right? You got to be able to accept it. If your night was crazy, expect that she had a crazier night.
Wow.
Didn't stop y'all from coming back together the next day eating breakfast. If she was a good cook, she cooked you breakfast, or you cooked her the eggs Benedict.
I ain't even hungry no more, Ray.
You feel me? She done already had the eggs Benedict. She don't want no more. She good.
Let me ask you this.
She ain't hungry.
Would you ever date a celebrity again?
No. I'm never dating anybody again. I'm done. I'll never love. I'll never date.
Man, look, I understand. That's your love. That's
No. I'm not trying to say anything right. If anybody around me, I care so much about being honest, I give no fucks at all. I don't give a fuck. I care so much. I give no fucks. I care more than anything in the world.
But you want Princess love back, huh?
I want her to know that I'm never going anywhere, and she knows that. And so together through these phases, I just want to make sure that we're good, and the kids know that we're still a solid unit together.
Right.
That's very important.
When you meet Kim, who at the time is...
You said Cam?
Kim.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it, okay.
Who's Brandy's stylist, correct? Is that what she was at the time?
Closet designer.
Okay.
And her sister was Brandy's assistant.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to them, for sure.
Was there instant attraction, or because she was around so much, you developed an attraction?
She wasn't around. Again, Brandy has her world. I have my world. Mm-hmm. Brandy's birthday come up. We all having dinner. It's a big birthday dinner. Mm-hmm. A lot of people at the table.
Okay.
And over the years, like this posture here. Are we perfect? Here. I can be loose. See? American. Okay. I'm doing Coming to Africa too.
Okay.
Later. She can be on that with me. So yeah, again, being Brandy's brother, again, Brandy, thank you for allowing me to just be in the room, because in that room I was, a lot of things happen in different rooms, and so Brand hooked that up, and it was a journey and an adventure, and it led to a lot of big positive things in this industry. The wheels are turning different now.
Yeah.
Maybe I was a part of the hubcap of it or the 100 spoke of it, but it happened, and And yeah, it's a mind-blowing thing, you know, and God is good. It helps us all, you know, move forward. And being at peace and understanding that shit and understanding the talent that we all have scares me sometimes. Hold for sound? Okay. Okay, I've held for it.
Yeah. So, did you think this tape would ever get out?
The tape?
The tape. Did you have a copy? She had a copy? Were there 2 copies or 1 copy?
See, and you my motherfucking boy now. And I fuck with you tough. This shit has been a fucking dope ride. I feel like I'm in a therapy session that I should be in, because my therapist, she just listened to me. She don't say nothing back. And I'm like, is that what's happening? She's just like, I'm like, okay. Okay, because you don't supposed to give me no opinion back, but I ain't never really learned. And this, I would love to say more than I can.
Okay.
But it's, you know, you dealing with a different kind of like story and a different kind of situation, and it's tough to explain it today like I could before. You know what I'm saying?
But it's been very profitable for you, correct?
It was. Yeah, it was.
It is still currently.
I mean, I haven't really.
The highest selling sex tape of all time, estimated is made over 100 million. You negotiated through what my sources have told me, $1 million advance, and you get 49% of the profit.
And so you look at that, you look at Raycon, you look at Scooty Bike, you look at now, right? And then you look at somebody saying, you know, I got a loan for $3 million. It's like that. The only thing bogus about all that is the loan.
Right.
Because I make money. I'm not gonna say a lot of money because that's corny. I make money and I invest it, and it comes in ways where I've practiced and disciplined myself to not have money. Meaning like whatever I have, I don't have. So when you watch all of these people stunting and they hopping off the jets and they got all this jewelry on, and they think they are inferior to the person with no money. Mm-hmm. The person with no money is more relatable than the person who has money.
Right.
So it's not cool to have money to me. I think it's cool to use the money to continue to grow the businesses.
Ray, I'm gonna disagree. I think it's cool to have money. It might not be cool to flaunt it.
It's never cool to flaunt it, but it's not even cool to have it. Money is not okay. You know it. I know it. We want to get something today. You want to get something tomorrow. You got it. What then what? You in your new house looking at other shit to buy.
Don't you like the access and the freedom that money allows you to have?
Absolutely. Absolutely, but it doesn't make me more than anybody else.
No.
I think that's the problem with some of the people who have tried to be my friend or people that are rich around me. Like, I'm going to check the shit out of anybody that disrespects my housekeeper, the valet, the janitor, anybody that I need that's more important than me, which is everybody around me. Mm-hmm. I can't move without, you know what I'm saying, the trash man coming to get the trash. It's over for us.
Right.
It's rats everywhere, right? So they're needed more than me. Same with my housekeeper, same with my security, same with my assistant, same with everybody around me. The equality of everybody matters, and I think the money makes people think that they shit different. Like, does my shit stink? No, because I be smoking a blunt when I'm taking a shit, so you can't really smell it. But it still stinks if I didn't like the blunt. So I keep a blunt lit. But my ass, and I don't mean to talk about my ass, but it's no more better than anybody else's ass just because I got a little money. And that's why if I make money and I say, shit, we made 80 million in the last 3 years. You know why that goes over everybody's head? Because it doesn't sound believable. It's absolutely absurd. Right. So why would we even listen to you say that, right?
Right.
And so that's the underestimation of money and what it does when you don't act like you have it. Right. Or you don't act like that is what makes you who you are.
You see what this family, the Kardashians, have been able to do. You look at Kim, who's a billionaire. You look at the younger sister, Kylie. She's
love what Kylie's doing. Amazing.
Close to a billionaire, if not a billionaire. All the family.
For sure, for Kendall, and I love what Kendall's doing, and Kylie.
How different are their lives minus this tape?
That's a crazy question, man.
Because we know who their father is, because he was one of the lead attorneys on OJ. Rest his soul.
Rest OJ too. Damn, that nigga just died. Rest in peace, OJ. He was a cold one.
So we knew who they were. We knew that family, but we didn't. We knew him.
Can I get some of that OJ we had last night? That shit was killer.
There you go.
That shit was good as fuck. The duck oranges aren't so. I didn't mean that. That was distasteful and disgraceful. And that's not okay. And I want to apologize to everybody in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry.
In your best guess, how different is that family, or is that family life?
You know, I think more of the question is, how different would we all be? How different would this whole fucking thing be? How different would the industry be? How different would the wheel roll? Everything would be different. We would all be different. All of us. Everybody in here would be different. We would have on different clothes.
What you mean?
Everything would be different, meaning like you would never ask me that question. Meaning if we sat here right now and we got to this point, what, like, I don't know, probably more people would be going to college and, you know what I'm saying, getting an education to be successful. There might not be any OnlyFans and other things like that, other opportunities like that. So, I mean, are we a part of the cure? Are we a part of the disease? I don't fucking know. All I know is I'm just trying to make it right.
Were you ever embarrassed when the tape came out?
Yeah. I have kids now, so when I have kids,
and
everything that we did now when I have kids is just totally different. The whole thing is wacky. Before I was just like, but with my kids, it's not okay. And so I can't, without me going too far into it, without me getting in trouble. Yeah, I mean, nah, it's not okay now. But I'm 43 with a kid that's 4 and a kid that's 6. My daughter's 6, my son's 4. And even though you're young, and even in that young kid world, they'll all probably think it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Until you have kids.
Right.
And you have a daughter. And there's some of the shit. Right. We're fine. Everything's fine.
How did you find out that the tape had gotten leaked? Where were you when you found out? Did your homies tell you? Did your mom call you like, Ray J, you need to get home? You need to. Where were you the moment that you found out that Ray J is on tape having sex?
So long ago, all I remember is how it smells. I'm just playing. I can't. I didn't mean that either. Smell great. I love the wood kind of sandal, right? It's like, it's really good. Yep. It's fucking cool, man. This is fucking
You mentioned Kanye earlier. Your relationship with him now.
That nigga gave me a stray jacket for a gift.
A what?
A stray jacket. It was Balenciaga. But it was a one way you see the jacket, so it's dope.
Yeah.
But then there's the other way is the same, so I put it on. You know what I'm saying? Because when he gave it to me, I took it home. I didn't want to open it. You know what I'm saying? I want to wait till I get home with my friends. Pulled it out, tried to put it on, and it was like, you know, it was a straight jacket. It was my friends. They were all like happy, and then I could see their face like, and I was like, you know, is that saying something? What does this mean? A straight jacket that has no sleeves to wear. I thought I hit him, and I hit DP, and I said, my nigga, like, I thought it was okay at first, but after presenting it to my friends, man, nobody was happy. So I'm trying to understand, what is this? And you know, it's a custom piece, you know, something monumental that, you know, niggas want you to have. And that's how we feel about you. That's what okay. All right, so that's where we left it. I got the straight jacket, niggas went to Dubai, and you know, I ain't seen niggas since. You know, I'm sure they've been busy, I've been busy. Nigga want a regular gift though.
Yeah. But he did mention you in a verse though, right?
He did, but I mean, niggas got the new Cybertrucks out and all kind of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He apologized to me in Drink Champs. Nobody aired it. Nobody showed it because it was at a time when he was going through the other stuff.
Well, tell him to see you one of them Cybertrucks and you accept the apology.
You know what? He watches Club Shay Shay too, which is dope because I'm getting...
How you know he watch?
I guarantee you, Kanye watches Club Shay Shay. That's a fact. There's no way Kanye doesn't watch Club Shay Shay. But we got cool. And I'm fucking around with the straight jacket. He did give me one. Well, I bought it for 20. It was $20, but he didn't tell me it was not wearable. But for 20, I mean, the straight jacket still worth. Balenciaga is big as a motherfucker. Like, it's heavy. So if y'all want to get it, like, I'm selling it for like 300. I gotta make a profit, like, right? That's a big profit. 280.
Celebrity boxing. Would you really do a celebrity boxing match?
Who would I fight? Not no more. I don't have anybody to fight.
You done made peace with everybody.
Everybody, man. I don't have a problem with nobody. Everybody that I said something bad to, and if I never apologized, I apologize. Everybody that says something bad to me, I apologize for you. Right? That's how serious this shit is. Like I want peace with everybody. And if we can all do business later, I have something to bring to the table. So I'm excited about that.
What about OnlyFans? Would you do OnlyFans?
I think if OnlyFans was doing more of a ratchet, clean cut kind of like...
How you get ratchet and clean in the same sentence?
Well, that's kind of like what the Trionics network is. It's not OnlyFans, but it's a very loud network that gives you a chance to make more money than you make on OnlyFans, or even in the advertising space. No disrespect to YouTube and all the podcast shows and Linktree and all these motherfuckers, right? But the wave this is the wave, right? You are the wave. You are the wave, right? So you got this wave. Mm-hmm. If you would allow us to wave a little bit with you, the side wave with us is like, we surfing, bro. Like we surfing like this with the electric surfboard. So it's just gliding with an extra layer of like, you know, bread that goes forever. Like, that's what we specialize in, making money that nobody knows is being made and keeping the discipline to act like it's not being made.
I'm trying to figure out, how were you able to go to Hugh Hefner Playboy party at 16? How you do that?
And guess what? Hugh used to let me pull my car right up in the front and behind his. And while everybody took the shuttle, just pull right up. So we'll go in there. Yep. Shout out to my Chris.
You know you weren't supposed to be in there.
I know I wasn't. But it's dope because it was a house. So I never really tried to go and put people in in jeopardy in their businesses and be at the actual club. So I always went to like house events.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just hanging out.
I'm with Hugh. We chilling. He know what's up with us, and we've always brung an assorted flavor of friends and fun and limited friction.
You one of the only people I know that's kind of been to some of these parties. What do you Hollywood parties really like?
You know, for me, it's just a lot of beautiful women. I barely like went up in like these parties and went to their bedrooms and shit and had a good time upstairs because I always have my own upstairs and downstairs. Right, especially at the house in Como Circle. That shit went up in there. But
good look. I mean, like 10, women tens,
tens and twos.
No, I don't know them twos and fews.
I do twos. I used to do twos. I used to do twos and threes.
Oh Lord!
A 10, I would take them out to eat. I'd drop them off at 10:30, and then I'd be with a 2 from 12 to 5. 3. I didn't like 10s. I didn't like 10s to be with.
The upkeep too high?
It's just a lot. I mean, it just the expectations and all the things that they're used to. How my teeth? I got something in it. Oh, just the expectations is too much. I like a 10 to talk business, and for her to, whoever she likes after this, she can go back to, eat a little corn, have a little motherfucking bread, have a little clam chowder, not that kind, but with the bread and then a little hot sauce. Like, I love you, girl. But yeah, on your shirt. But yeah, so.
There's some people recently that you know, and you're friendly, cool with. The R. Kelly situation and the Diddy situation. What's going through your mind when you hear? Obviously, R. Kelly's his thing has already been handed down. He's already received his punishment, and you see Diddy going through what he's going through.
It's heartbreaking, man. Everybody messes up, but we can't be cool after that. It took me like a week to like it's like it's unforgettable. Unforgivable is too much. Never being able to be around us in our world because we don't condone that is definitely a fact. And from there, you have to go on that journey on your own and find yourself and find forgiveness for yourself and somewhere far away from where we are. There's no room for that here. There's no room for that in this world that we've been working hard to get to, and to limit our mistakes and to continue to build our respect. And what scares me about that is that if there's other guys out there that's doing that or have done that and that are forgiven now, I would say, what do we do with them? How does that work? You know? That's the only thing I'm kind of confused about, because if I'm like, I'm good, but I might run into a couple people and forgot that they might have been in that situation, haven't seen it. That's just fucking unacceptable. I've never ever seen nothing like that in my life. I've never witnessed nothing like that in person or on camera besides the Tina Turner movie.
Right.
That shit was out of bounds, right?
Right, for sure.
So if I didn't see somebody else do it, but I heard about it, and they're forgive. Now that I know that, what do I do with these niggas, or what do I do with them? What do you do? What do we do? I'm asking you.
Right. I agree with you. I've never been around in situations like that. I've never seen, don't know of anything to that nature. But I would intervene.
I would have went crazy.
I'd intervene. I'm not gonna let you do. I'm not gonna let you do that because
I've never. Trust me.
I got a sister, mom, and a daughter.
It would have been my pleasure to get busy and protect whoever was going through that. And Cassie, like, you are strong, and you know, we're talking about your situation. So with all due respect, I'm sorry for everything that you encountered. I've been around you. I've been around y'all. I never knew, you know what I'm saying? And I apologize for even continuing to just be around.
Right.
Like, I don't know who I am. Now knowing this, I know what I won't allow. And so if I know anybody around me that's active in that world, I'm gonna react.
Right.
And now I'm just going through, what do we do with people that have been in those situations that we've never seen what it looks like,
Right.
but we know that it happened. What do we do? Because I can forgive from afar, but like, I'm not saying what's up to Puff like that ever again. It's not cool like that. So shouldn't it be like that with every other nigga
For sure.
that has even remotely played around with that kind of situation,
Right.
and been involved with even the smallest amount, like, right? People hit me and they, you know, some of the comments, and the comments are like BB shots to me, like from like 10 miles away. But you know, you look at some of the TV shows we did, you look at me and Princess arguing a little bit on TV, you know, they say, oh, you push Princess in the pool and all of that. And I'm sorry, Prinky. And that's all television stuff. And shout out to Viacom and Paramount Plus, because when shit is real in a dark place,
Right.
there's boundaries. They're not gonna go there, right? So you enjoy the demise of relationships on TV, but that's still on these surfaces of disagreeing and trying to do better. Don't do that again. Don't yell.
Right.
Don't, right? That ain't that. That's not that. That's something else. Bare knuckles, like, you know what I'm saying? The homie need a public whipping.
Yeah.
It's the only way it's gonna be right, with a public whipping. Like, you know, the whip.
He could possibly in some serious trouble reading that they're possibly convening a grand jury to
100 lashes. For the first half.
is Puffy, the P. Diddy, is his life as we know it, is it over? Not he's gonna die or anything like that, but I'm saying, will he ever be what he once was?
1,000 lashes. From everybody that you've slain and hurt, 1,000 lashes. Publicly, 1,000. That would help. 1,000 lashes. Made by you, somebody your size. That's gonna give it to him. Not my size. My arm hurt. Your size, niggas ain't gonna make it past 9. So think about 1,000 lashes, and you're that forgiving.
Right. A few years ago, you called a scare. You posted, if it wasn't for my kids, I would jump off and die tonight. Should I just jump and end it right now? Maybe the next life, my real story. And then your sister posted, need you, bro, the praying hands. What were you going through at that point in time that had you so low that as great as Ray J had it, contemplated that?
I was in motherfucking mushrooms, man. Them motherfuckers are high. Dude, no. Never again.
What made you try?
They
You know you
said
ain't supposed to eat no frog house.
good. It was good for this. The fungus was good, whatever. But an eighth of it, and then just still going through stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you know, naturally you enhance yourself, and you just lose it a little bit. And then, you know, like, I think that just regular, maybe weed here and there, I could, and that's it for me. Like the mushrooms and other things that can charge your inner emotions.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that you know, don't need to do. Like if brown makes you a mad drunk, then don't drink brown.
Right.
It makes you happy. Focus on those things. If it's water or, you know, busting a nut or whatever it is, right? Do that instead of that. And so that just took me somewhere else, and I was in a real bad place. It's pretty ugly.
So there was nothing wrong. It was just that you got a hold of something that you shouldn't have had.
No, there was something wrong with me.
Really? Because obviously
the stuff can activate the honest emotions, and that's sometimes what shrooms do. I don't know if you seeing the truth. You seeing a little bit of the truth, and then you just start acting like everybody's bad. But before that, you can see a little bit of it before you start going on your tweak.
Right.
But yeah, I was going through some stuff, and my mom and my sister, Princess, the kids, everybody helped me through that. My dad. Yeah, and sometimes you just kind of hit rock bottom emotionally. You start to not think everything is a dream, nobody's real, because this whole shit is backwards.
What type of dad does Ray J want to be to the kids? Because you had a great role model. Your father was there. Your mom was there in your life all the time.
Greatest.
Very, very supportive. So you had a great, you know what? You have a great game plan.
The foundation I had was perfect. And I think that's what was confusing, because, I wasn't perfect. And life and everything that I'm seeing around me is not perfect. So what is this? Is this real or is this real? Am I real or is that real, right? When the only thing really that's real to me right now is just my family and my kids and my family, meaning like you have your family, like your kids, your baby mama, your wife, right? And then you have your family, your mom, your dad, your sister, and your family, your friends and everything. And all that shit starts to not seem like none of it's like real. Right. It's just all a dream. That shit, when that kind of shit happens, you need to take a break. A couple weeks off. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
You like going viral?
No.
Why you do it? You say certain things.
What I say today, y'all, I don't know how to go viral.
Yeah, you do.
I try not to. I don't know what's going on. I just know that I'm unfiltered, and I just love not giving a fuck.
Your honesty creates viral moments.
Yours do even more. You are the viral king right now. Like, I'm sure you got 150 people trying to get on the show. You like, look, we can get you on June 2027.
That's CJ. CJ handled that.
I hit y'all though too, and I said I need to get in. I need to get in. So I'm happy y'all called me, because I'm like, I need to jump up in this like right away.
we glad you took time out of your busy schedule.
This was by far the most fun I've had on the interview.
I appreciate that.
I thought Jason Lee was fun last week, but this is way more on another level of like, me and Jason was having a good time. He was asking me some shit, but it was just crazy. This is very strong. It has a lot of substance behind it. And I think a lot of people are going to watch this, you know what I mean? Yeah. And there's things that I've said that are going to help certain relationships, and it's gonna bring about unity in certain areas that wasn't there before, just off them hearing what I'm saying. So I appreciate this.
Did you play sports growing up?
I hated sports. Damn. Nah, I never made the cut, but I blow 20K courtside, Lake it up.
Oh, you like the Lakers, huh?
I like balling off the court. I like being successful to all of the sports players and the sports teams, and even the rappers and the singers that are successful. There's other ways to be successful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. And we've carved these ways out to where we're going to be on time every fucking time, but we don't have to be.
Why did you give up acting? Are you interested in going back?
We're working on scripted stuff right now. Jackie Long, Actor Gang, myself. I'm bridging the gap between reality stars and actors, because the reality stars have more pull, they have more relevance. The young actors, they have skill. They will never go into reality because it's a sin for actors in their world.
Yes.
How do you bridge the gap? We found a way. And so I do want to do acting. It just takes a long time. I have extreme ADD. I have ADHD with an extra EX on it. And so to do one scene here, then one scene there, and then this one up here, and then some directors like to go through the glass, through the hoop, through the straw to get this one shot. That my shit might take 2 days. I could shoot a whole reality show, 12 episodes in 3 days. And so we just have more of a Tyler Perry approach to reality, as opposed to just these long Umbrella Academy like shot, which is extremely well, just time consuming. Movies take too fucking long. Last movie I did, shit, what did it take us? 20 minutes? I don't mean that one.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Because nope.
You try to sneak it by. You try to sneak it by. You try to sneak it by us.
No, that one was like 3.5 days. That was 3.5 days. That was 3.5 days of reality too, because it was a full like thing. I had a full production.
Nah. I mean, man.
Shout out to all my people in Cabo that did grip.
No.
Everything.
No. Yeah, that was. I mean, it was like commercial break.
Man, it's all a blur.
10 years from now, what is Ray J doing? Where is he in life?
10 years from now, God, please, I love it here. I love it here for another 20 or 30. I love it until you give me my wings to just jet rocket to the next planet. Hey, thank you for letting me be here. 10, if God allows it, in my drawers, overlooking the water, just doing a few deals, last few deals. Just, I gotta be in my drawers, looking at the water, crib in the back, kids having a good time, you know what I'm saying?
You want more kids?
I think I can have, I mean, my sperm count was low. It was like 9 million before, but I think it's at like 65 million now. So maybe one more.
You have to give it some bloods and go back up.
If Brinky want to have another one, I'll do it, but not with nobody else. Can't do that. But if she wants to, then I'll do it. If she want to adopt or do whatever, we can have 100 kids. A whole little army, Ray Care Foundation. You know, a little, like a ratchet reality Eddie Murphy version of Ray Care, and coming to Africa. Coming to Africa. I'm gonna go find royal things in Africa.
Ray J, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you, bro.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll